Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Storm King's Thunder. This is episode 59. My name is Michael. You are your most humble and merciful dungeon master slash host for this evening. So, welcome back. I know that we've had a really big, really long hiatus here over the holiday break, but you can see that we are all happy to be back. Well, at least they are. I don't know why, considering they're all like suffering from exhaustion and on the brink of death, but why not?
Hallucinating bug faces on my
That's
friends.
exactly right. So welcome to Proficiency Bonus. If you haven't been with us before, thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't followed us yet, make sure you hit that follow button in the top corner of this video. And if you're watching us on YouTube, thanks for hanging out. And make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. And keep checking up for more episodes. A couple quick shout outs before we begin. I want to throw a quick shout out to Twitch, to Team MZ, to Streamlabs, and Many Sided Dice, for all their support. I just want to throw a big shout out to Dice Bard, our official sponsor, who has some pretty amazing dice. If you type in the chat !Dice Bard, it will give you a link to their website where you can use the coupon code PROBO to get free expedited shipping on your order. So go ahead on there and get some really cool dice and get them shipped out to you right away, because they are pretty awesome. I've got a set right here in my dice tray that I'm going to be rolling up tonight. So, and there's Sarah's got some. She's showing off her dice bar. Anybody else have some Dice Bard dice they want to show off while you have your moment? No,
Not next to me.
Mine aren't in reach yet.
Not within reach. I'm still waiting. I ordered one of those Black Friday mystery bags, and it says it's going to be here soon. So I'm excited about that. Hopefully by next stream I'll be able to show those off. So really cool. Thank you, Dice Bard, for all your support of our small streaming channel right here. So thank you guys so much. It's been quite a while since we've been together, and a lot had happened the last time that we were together. And I wanted to also throw out that this is probably going to be, we've done like some season breaks in Storm King's Thunder. This episode is probably going to be the end of season 3. As next time that we're together, next week, hopefully we'll be transitioning to season 4, which I'm gonna try to have like a new overlay and some different things going on to make it a little bit different, just to spark it up a bit. So this will probably be the end. About every 20 so episodes, I try to go ahead and switch to a new season. That's just to break up the timeline a little bit. So it's gonna be really cool. So last time that you guys were together, you guys decided that your best, your most important interest was to go after Cruella the Black. That's what you guys wanted to do. In doing so, you discovered that Cruella is actually a lich. And you're not really sure of all of her plans, but you've discovered that the dagger that you've been carrying since Lachlan stole it in like the 4th episode of this campaign is actually the key to the phylactery of this lich. And the gem that is within the stone that Diana has embedded in her armor actually contains a piece of her soul. So there's still a lot of question marks as to what all this means and what it does, but you know that you want to go after Kruella. You guys have been seeking, and finally you made your way into the Shadowfell. And you made your way to an empty, dark tower in Luskan. Behind the dark Shadowfell version of Luskan, which is creeping and crawling with undead creatures. You used the walk on water ability to be able to walk across out to the island where the tower was. And Molfin sent his skeleton friend Tony inside to do some investigation to go up the tower. Unfortunately, Tony couldn't go up the tower because the tower was completely empty and void of an interior, except there were stairs that led down. And upon getting there, you found a lake with an island, and in there was an ice pedestal filled with an interesting liquid. The shroud, which you believe the Shroud of Souls, was contained within this icy platform. Molfin began to drink. And with every sip, some terrible things started happening, as you guys all kind of helped each other out by taking some of the burden off of one person, each of you taking a scoop out of this old shell and just sipping it down, poisoning yourself, and just basically changing the entire outlook of your character in general. Right now, Molfin is seeing all of his friends with bug faces. And that's really freaking cool. So, yeah. And at the end of that dilemma, the ice began to melt away. The shroud was now in Molfin's hands, and the ice continued to melt down into the island where a spiral staircase began to lead down. And that's where we begin tonight's episode. Sorry for the long recap, but it's been a long time, and I almost forgot myself. So I needed to talk myself into what was going on tonight.
I think. Do you remember how many levels of exhaustion Wolfen has? I think it's 3.
I think Molfin has 3. Ashlyn has 2, because I was wrong last time. I'd said that she was up to 5, but it's dependent on the amount of sips that you drink. But the other effects that happened, I think Ashlyn was the only one who got like a severe flaw on her character sheet.
Yeah.
But we kind of decided we're talking about it's more of a role play type thing, so she's gonna have to try to figure that out. And I think Molfin, you're just the most severe thing that happened to you was you're seeing most of your friends with insect faces, and you took a lot of poison damage, I think. Who else took a sip? Did Lachlan take a sip?
Nope.
Nope.
Christy,
Calista
didn't.
I
Diana did take a sip. So yeah.
Yes.
All right, excellent.
I tried to, but then Ashlyn
snatched it right from behind Callista and drank it. I remember that now. That was crazy. It's kind of like Callista was like this, almost to the mouth, and Ashlyn's like, whoop! Yoink! All right, so adventurers, and so the story is told. Here you are, in this dark chamber. All is still, all is quiet. There's a staircase leading down. There's water surrounding you. It's dark. It's a cavern surrounded by black stone. What would you like to do?
I feel so lethargic, like I could only walk 25 feet at a time instead of my normal 50. This is horrible. Now I know what you feel like, Lachlan.
Wow, thanks for that. Maybe you guys can go find some creepy meat to eat in here, too.
How are you doing?
Does Tony have a bug face, too?
Yes. Oh, wait. Yes. Yes, he does. It's a bug face with a skeleton body.
Oh, God, that's scary.
And it just looks at you and it starts going.
Go like.
Gramps, you don't look so good.
Yeah, Uncle Muffin, are you okay? No? Yes? You got a headache?
I feel okay. It's just the group of you look rather odd.
Well, I would have got it from your genes, Gramps.
Does my face feel like a bug face? Like, I don't feel any mandibles or anything on myself,
Nope.
right?
Feels like a beard to you.
But you sound like Lachlan, but you have these things on your mouth.
Pinchers.
Teeth?
Pincers.
Teeth. Lips.
Yes, Diana, like
Like the little...
if you've ever seen an oversized ant, it's like...
Yes.
Do I have antenna? I want an antenna.
Yes, you do.
Cool.
You have the same mandibles that Lachlan
Oh,
has
that's
for some
not fun.
reason.
I
You
just
sound
wanted
like...
the antenna.
Ashlyn, you reach up to try to touch an antenna. You don't feel
Yeah.
anything but your hair.
Do I have the antenna?
Molfin, I think you're hallucinating.
I think he's cracked.
Again.
Should we just leave him here?
No, we should totally bring him.
Well, this isn't the first time he's hallucinated.
Yeah.
You leave whatever his name was out of this. This is nothing of the sort.
Oh, what was that guy's name?
I don't even remember.
I don't
green guy?
Yeah, the little green guy.
Yeah, was it Zazu?
Was it Zazu?
You named it after something from a show.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was from the Flintstones, I think, if I remember.
Zazu is
Zazu
from
is
Lion-
from Lion King.
Zazu. Was it Zazu?
Yeah.
No, it's maybe Zuzu. It's something like that.
I'm
It starts with
terrible.
a
I'm
Z.
terrible at remembering
Yeah.
NPC names. It's called DM. You have a
Dino?
pencil right here. Take some stinking notes.
Yes.
Zoo.
Malphite's just gonna look at the group for it and then look at the who he assumes is Tony, the skeleton bug face. But weren't you supposed to be heading downstairs to be looking for something?
The bug face shakes its head yes to you.
Just go away.
All right.
Let me sit with this. Looks back down at the shroud.
Everybody make a perception check for me, please.
Fun.
Oh boy. Big yikes.
That is
Hey,
A disadvantage.
Yeah, anybody
I
who's
get
affected by
advantage.
exhaustion has disadvantage on this roll.
I don't know if I don't remember what I got, so I don't know if I'm affected or not.
You
Hey,
What's
you
up,
took
Boggs
one,
Phil?
yeah.
Wait, thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Hey, hey.
21.
perception.
nice.
20
Yeah.
with disadvantage.
yeah.
21 with advantage.
21
have
with
that
advantage. Wow. Oh yeah, you got that mask on.
I keep forgetting, but I'm actually using it this time because I forgot. I think last episode I didn't use it at all.
Right.
That's not bad. Well, except for
Yeah.
Lachlan is above 15.
Yeah. So all of you start to hear and notice what sounds like the flapping of wings coming from above you. You hear, and then it kind of dissipates like it flew across the room, flew across the
Big
cavern.
wings or small wings?
Probably pretty big wings.
Oh.
Yeah. And it doesn't just sound like one, then you hear another one
Oh.
fly overhead.
Am I still getting the
Lachlan
pings?
is watching Tony try to navigate over these like rough stones. Tony like looks to the side, looks down. It's his bony feet just keep slipping off of the wet stone, and he's trying to make his way to the steps. And Lachlan is just so amused by this that he's not paying a lick of attention to what's going on.
Could I cast light on us? Should
No.
No.
no light? Okay, I
Can we
understand.
like make a hut, like tiny hut? Can't you make your hut and we can just not be afraid of these giant floppy things? No.
Ugh.
Am I still getting the pings, Michael, for the stones?
Yes, you are. They're still below you.
Okay.
How wide is this opening for the circular stairs?
It's oh man, probably 10 feet.
Yes, if we start down the stairs, I can cast a hut over the top of us. I would need someone to provide cover for a few moments as...
I've got an umbrella. Is that what you mean?
No, I mean,
Oh.
whatever
okay.
that noise is in case it comes down to...
Do you really have an umbrella, Ashlyn?
Yes, I have an umbrella.
Okay. As you open that umbrella,
Oh no.
something grabs it and tries to tug it out of your hands.
Oh, it's my umbrella.
Make an athletics check.
Oh no! Can I help her? Can I go run up and grab the umbrella
it's
too?
only an 8.
Since you rolled high enough on your perception check, Diana, yes, you may. If you'd like, you can help her, but it only makes that roll an 11 for advantage.
Oh, bummer.
Okay. And yeah, that's gonna do it. Your umbrella goes and crumples up and pulls right out of your hands, and you can see what looks like a large creature above you with large, feathery black wings. Takes back off up into the darkness.
So it's feathery black wings, and it has my umbrella, but I think it broke it. I want to take it off my sheet.
Everyone down the stairs. Lachlan, can you check the stairs for traps?
Roger that. I'm gonna get down like a bloodhound and check the stairs.
All right. Go ahead and make your traps check there, Lachlan.
Roger. A 9.
Look safe.
That is quality. It looks safe to you.
All right, I'm just gonna spider climb down the stairs.
All right.
Show up.
Malfin's gonna sort of hang behind and start casting it. Well, let me ask this: would Molfin know if I? So when you create the tiny hut, it creates a dome above you. If you exit the dome, it ends. What if you descend? I'm still within the realm of the dome, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? I don't know how that would.
What's the radius of the dome, like itself?
10
It's
foot.
10
no,
feet on all surfaces except for the flat.
You know what I would?
Yeah,
I
so
would
it's
probably rule
basically-
it as if you create the dome that's 10 feet.
You could go down 10 feet.
You could go down as far as you'd like, but the minute you go away past 10 feet, it would probably dissipate. Yeah. Because I'm counting the radius from where you are.
Right.
Right. That was my thought, but
Mm.
figured I'd ask if Molfin would think the same way. So I got to stop grabbing the wrong mouse. Then Molfin's going to come down just about 5 or 6 feet down the stairs.
Okay.
Sit down and start casting Leomund's tiny hut as a ritual.
Okay. So Lachlan's on his way down the steps. What are the rest of you doing?
I'll be a little above Uncle Molfin, so in case something comes down and tries to like hit him.
Okay.
I want us all down the stairs, like at least down a few steps, and then me and Ashlyn will stay at the top.
Okay.
Like the top of the steps, just to give Molfin cover.
Sounds good. Diana?
Oh, I will just do whatever Christy is doing.
All right. You sticking with Callista there?
Yes.
And
I also
I will
have
push
3
Diana
levels of
below me and
exhaustion.
Ashlyn.
you guys brought Brock, right? Is he with you?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's going to stick very closely with Callista as he's.
Well, I tell him to
he's-
go down further.
He's kind of looking up. He's hearing these wings flapping above him, and he's just like he's following you as close as he can, Callista, right now. Happy New Year's, Cloppity! Welcome back.
Cloppity!
Cloppity's in the house. So you guys start to descend. Molfin is starting to cast a spell. Diana, as you're the last one to make your way, starting down the steps, you see the water all around this little island. It's like when water starts to begin boiling. You see these little bubbles of water starting to pop up, kind of like just everywhere around in these water areas. The water areas around you start these little bubbles, and these little bubbles even start to get bigger and bigger. And right before you start to go down, the water is starting to like bubble like a hot tub. And you can hear the water bubbling, like it's making the noise all around of bubbling water like a hot tub.
Definitely not a Hot Springs episode for sure. That is
Not
definitely
the one I
evil.
want. I want a Hot Springs episode, but not this one.
That is such an anime thing. Every episode, Hot Springs episode, beach
It's the
episode.
best.
So how long does it take for you to cast your spell, Molfin?
11
It
minutes.
takes 11 minutes. Okay.
I'm gonna be down at the bottom of the staircase.
Diana.
Yeah, it's a ritual. It's 10 plus cast, and the cast is a minute.
Callista, are you next to Diana? Can you guys basically you're down the steps far enough that you can still see up?
I would have positioned myself so like I'm not. I guess it's 10 feet across, so me and Ashlyn could stand like maybe 3 or 4 steps down.
Okay.
But I want the rest of the group, like Brock, Diana. I wanted to gesture them all below Molfin.
Okay. So as they move by you, you start to hear these wings flapping, and they're getting louder and louder closer to you. And you see coming out of the darkness, once your vision kind of focuses, this terrifying bird-like creature starts to appear. It has a large beak, but it has these fangs that are sticking out from the top and the bottom. It has an interesting looking head with these really large eyes on it and these enormous wings that are feather and covered. It has long appendages with long claws on its long fingers, and they're extended out towards you. I need you guys to roll initiative for me, please,
Oh no.
because it is coming at you.
Great. Love it when things come.
You need everyone to roll or just them?
Go ahead, everybody roll.
Oh,
Do
we
I
don't
have an
token
icon?
You know what? Let me put on a tracker. Well, we don't have an icon to click on. I'll just keep track of it manually for this one.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Wow.
Oh no.
I got 11, Anastasia's got 13.
Got an 11.
I rolled a 1.
Anastasia's got a 13.
Ah,
It's safe to say I think Diana's going to be at the bottom.
accurate for my 3 levels of
There's a reason I pushed her down farther. Everyone below me.
I'm pretty sure you only drank once those off, so I only think you've one level.
I
exhaustion.
did, but I went and I reviewed it, and I got hit really hard by my one drink. My one drink gave me 3 levels of exhaustion and 9 points reduced from my hit points, and then 10 poison damage.
Michael said that it's only one.
Yeah, I
per
think
level.
you only get one
Yeah.
level.
Really?
Yeah, since you only took one sip, just take one level, okay?
Okay.
I read my sheet wrong that I had.
Oh, okay.
I hate
clicks
to do this to everybody, especially myself. Is initiative considered an ability check?
Mm,
Since we've already rolled initiative, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Because I
Yeah.
just wrote all that down and I don't want to do it again. Ladies and gentlemen in Twitch land, that's the DM being very lazy. I apologize.
We're merciful. Just
Merciful. Yeah.
own it. Just own it.
I
Merciful.
claim-
I'm being very nice to my
I
players. It's been a
claim
while.
to be merciful, and I'm on your side. I'm not an evil
Sure.
dungeon master.
Sure. It's not because I'm lazy.
Hey, I
It's
did.
because I love you.
I only put the Lich in the campaign. I didn't decide to come after it. Okay.
Sure.
this is true.
Sure.
All right.
That's how that works.
That's how
It's all Diana's fault.
That's how it works. Cool. So you guys, this thing's coming down at you, and Molfin, you actually get to act first.
Nice.
It's coming rapidly, and it's about 15 feet away from. Looks like it wants to claw at Callista or Ashlyn in the front.
Okay. And it's...
If you guys,
Diana,
I don't have a.
I fixed
I have-
that with lesser restoration.
Can
by
you
the way.
guys see? Not that image.
Whoa,
Can you guys
what
see
the
that image?
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh, ew.
That's
Ew.
what you see coming at you.
Ah!
By golly,
It
that
is-
is horrific.
So is it
Oh,
considered a
ugly.
large creature?
It is considered a large creature. Yes.
So in theory, it can't fit down this hole.
It will be.
Ah.
It's a 10-foot hole, so in theory, yes, it can, but
Oh,
it's gonna be tight.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything bigger than this probably wouldn't be able to fit down.
Okay.
Okay. So what Wolfen's gonna do is actually let me just double check this, make sure my spell memory is correct. What's the size of it? Large or smaller? It's 30 feet. Give me a second. I'm just anyone off the top of the head? I don't. Doesn't say it in here. What is the radius of Resilient Sphere?
Resilient sphere?
Isn't it?
Is
the
that
same?
a 10-foot?
I think it's the same, except for you actually have it at the bottom. You don't just have it like a dome. I think it's an actual circle, but 10.
Molfin's gonna walk, stop what he's doing, get up and take the couple of steps to be in front of Callista and Ashlyn.
Okay.
Say, forgive me, you two, if this. Just brace yourself in case you stumble and fall. And Molfin is going to cast Resilient Sphere on himself
Oh.
Okay.
and try to position himself to plug the hole. Like a cork in a wine bottle.
Nice. Why don't I have this spell? Why can't I find it?
It's
probably under
Odaluke's
Odaluke.
Resilient Sphere.
Yeah.
It's under what?
Odaluke's Resilient Sphere. in the player's handbook.
That's
Oh,
it.
right.
It starts with an
yeah,
O,
autos.
not an R. Yes.
Yeah, for some reason, roll
Resilience
20
there.
just calls it resilience.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
a severe of shimmering
already-
force encloses a creature of object of large or smaller size within range. Yes. On yourself, so you fail the dexterity saving throw, I would assume. To make sure.
Yep.
No, nothing, not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects can pass through the barrier, in or out. So a creature in the sphere can breathe there. The sphere is immune to all damage, and a creature or object inside can't be damaged by attacks or effects originating from the outside. Nor can the creature inside the sphere damage anything outside it. So basically, you can't do anything out of it either.
Right, so it's literally I'm a cork in the glass.
You are the
Question,
hamster in that
Muffin.
plastic wheel that you can buy.
Are me and Ashlyn in the sphere with you?
Are they in it
That's
with you?
up to you.
Would
Because,
you like to be in the sphere, Callista?
Not usually.
Then
So, Callista, you would probably get
Don't
the
I make a
idea.
save?
You would probably get the idea. You would have probably been smart enough to move out of the way, knowing
Okay.
knowing
That's
Molfin the way that you know Molfin. You would probably
You're
get
gonna
out
summon
of
a
the
demon.
way. Ashlyn, you unfortunately
I would
though,
probably not.
you would probably make a dexterity save.
No,
I'm
I was
sorry,
gonna say I'm
Ashlyn.
not going to because
Okay.
I would be like,
You would just fail.
wait, what?
Yep, like, what?
So, Ashlyn, you are now in a hamster ball with Molfin, plugging the hole at the top of the staircase.
But I can't punch this. But
I can't
Go
do
on.
anything through it either.
Ashlyn, that's
Actually-
why I told you to move.
Never mind, I have a question later.
But which way? You didn't tell me which way to move. Or how far.
No,
I kind of moved towards you. Was that right?
no.
No.
Okay.
It is done now. But you and I
wanna
are
hug?
essentially.
You know, we're stuck in here. Do you want a hug?
It's
I'm
hard to
gonna
take
hug
it
him.
seriously.
Ashlyn embraces Molfin, and the insect face gets really close to yours, Molfin.
Oh, leave it alone. It's just a hug. Stop cowering.
Lachlan, I'm not sure you know what's going on because you're probably
Yeah.
way down the steps. So, what would you like to do? Because you're next on the initiative order.
Sure. Yeah. Unless I've heard anything up there, I'm probably continuing to look for the first passage or continuing to scout down.
Yeah, it just continues to go down. The one thing that you do notice is there's a lot of dripping water here, just because the proximity to that big. It's kind of like you're going down into the lake from this island,
Ooh.
but it's completely hollowed out here, and the water's just kind of dripping down the walls. It's made of this very shiny black kind of obsidian rock that just is all around you. It's very slippy. And one thing I wanted to remind you about with your spider climbing gloves is it doesn't guarantee that it'll stick to slippy surfaces.
Okay.
Like if it's coated in oil or anything like that, or
Yeah.
the grease spell, it may cause you to slip and lose your spider climb.
Okay,
So-
then I'm probably trying to be a little careful with my footing as I'm, continuing down this thing.
Awesome. So yeah, you're just heading down, and it just keeps on spiraling down into darkness. You do have dark vision, right?
Probably.
Yeah, I believe you do as a gnome.
Yeah, you do.
Yes,
Oh,
60
sure, yeah.
feet.
Yeah,
60
so
feet of dark
it
vision.
keeps going down. It seems like it's going down for a while. Like you use your whole entire movement. I would assume that you would use your action to move. Ooh, that's
Yeah,
fancy
yeah,
right
dash.
there. Look at that.
Oh.
Sorry, I was just showing off my new laptop.
We've
Okay.
we've broken stream to just all drool over Christy's laptop.
Ah.
It's excellent. So yeah, you just kind of keep on going down, and that brings us to Ashlyn, who is currently hugging Molfin.
Oh no, my
I love that that's
Roll
her
20 went
reaction. Her
crazy.
reaction stuff.
Her reaction. She used her reaction to hug.
You get blown up.
Oh, we lost Ashlyn.
I
Oh,
did.
we lost Ashlyn.
She's coming back.
I'm here.
Yeah,
My
did
roll
y'all not
20
hear
just
roll 20
crashed.
Yeah.
had a moment?
Yeah.
It had a moment.
It's yeah.
Rude.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
is
Twitch.
rude.
Normally I have some nice background music playing, but for some reason my jukebox in Roll20 won't play any music. I don't know why.
Mm.
Not
I have
sure.
no idea why it's sticking. Oh, there we go. Okay.
There
Can
you
see
go.
me? Alright, so I'm going to use my. I'm gonna wait and see if anything happens and hold my action.
Okay. What kind of action are you going to hold?
If the thing comes towards us, I'm gonna try to jump up and poke it, but I don't know that the ball's around us, so I'm just gonna try to kick it
Okay.
while I'm in the ball.
Okay.
But
Okay. So if it comes near you, you're going to try to kick it even if you're in the ball.
yes.
Okay.
I don't really know I'm in a ball.
Yeah, it's Ashlyn.
Yeah.
I'm glad Molfin told me that we're in a ball.
You
Can
are
we see it?
You're standing above the actual steps on the ball itself.
Oh,
It's kind of
okay.
like you're in this. Imagine a plastic ball, but it looks like shimmering energy. And you,
Okay,
and
so I see it.
You do
Okay.
see the ball, yes.
Alright, so I wouldn't do that. I would just.
It's kind of a shimmering, sparkling, magical energy that the ball is made out
I
of.
would hug Uncle Molfin and just say, this is kind of a magic moment between us, you know, grand uncle and niece, and I'm glad you could give this to me while something's trying to eat our face.
It's a little hard to take you seriously when you're doing the same thing to me.
I'm not trying to eat your face.
The mandibles. They look like they're trying to eat his face.
Wolfen just keeps backing closer to the edge of the spear.
Come here and let me hug you. You're ruining the moment.
The insect looks very angry, Molfin.
That's all I'm gonna do. I can't do anything.
All right. Anastasius is up. He's kind of just down farther on the steps, just watching this all unfold.
I'm assuming because the ball is in the way, there's no way for any spells to go around it or like cast like past it.
Yeah, there's no way that Anastasius would probably know that unless he has that spell. He would probably be unsure, but just making assumptions by what he's seeing, knowing that Ashlyn and kind of seeing them standing inside this ball,
Yeah.
they might be able to deduce that it's probably some kind of protective sphere.
Okay, well, the
Can we
spell
walk
that
it
he
together?
wants to use eventually has a decent range, so he's just gonna go down the steps for his movement.
Is he going to follow Lachlan? Is he going to try to keep close to Lachlan?
Yeah.
Okay, so he'll use his dash action as well to keep up with Lachlan?
When he goes down the stairs, does he lose line of sight on this creature?
Oh, yeah. As soon
Like, is it a spiral?
Yeah, it's a spiral staircase. So as soon as you go down about 20 feet, you lose line of sight.
Okay, then yeah, he will do that. He will quickly inspire me because I have control and I can do that.
Yep, exactly.
So
That's what happens when you have in control of someone else's sheet, right? Hey, I think I'll take this gold treasure pouch
I
right
can
here,
take that
too.
inspiration. Just in case.
That's it.
So he will follow Lachlan as closely and quietly as possible.
Okay, what is Anastasius' speed? Is it 30?
30, I believe.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
30.
he's
So he
60.
can go 60.
And Lachlan, your speed was...
It's 25, but I guess I can move 3 times.
You could,
Like
yeah.
cunning action.
Yeah, okay. So you're...
I'm racing.
Yeah, so Anastasius is about, like, he can see you, but he's still a little bit up on the stairs, about 15 feet behind you. And since you did say quietly, go ahead and roll a stealth check for him.
Oh, sure.
Just while we're here.
Sure. Let's see what happens.
Wow.
He's not quiet. He's freaking out.
He actually slips and hits his tailbone off of one of the steps.
Oh,
And Lachlan, you hear him go, "Oh, ow!"
You want to keep it down back there?
Sorry.
We're in a necromancer's lair.
Doesn't matter what I do anyway, because isn't he apathetic right now?
he's,
Oh yeah.
he actually, he's got probably like a little bruise on his tail right there now, where he
no,
he
not his
landed.
tail.
Yeah, it
Poor
probably
baby.
hurt a little bit. So now it's the creature's turn, and
Oh.
the creature just keeps going down towards the ball and begins to claw at the ball, and goes and just starts clawing at this thing, and it just bounces basically off of the magical energy, and that ends its turn. It doesn't have to. I mean, that's pretty much all. That's all that would happen, right, Molfin, with that spell?
For a minute, that's all I can do.
That's all it can do.
It's literally-
Yeah. And you're blocking basically the entire part of the staircase, so it can't even get around it.
Can we go down the staircase in this ball, or are we just stuck?
I mean, it is 10 feet, and the radius is 10 feet.
If you
Could you do the hamster ball?
You
on the way
could,
down
if
the
you
stairs?
jumped and you really tried to work at it, you probably could. It's tight, but the walls are dripping with water. It might be like you might be able to move it down. I don't know. You might be able to try.
Okay.
I approve of this plan.
Ashlyn and Molfin, make perception checks for me.
Oh,
Oh no.
This is what happens when you have too many mice because you're on two computers.
performance. No, not performance.
Ooh!
There you
Wow!
Wow.
Wow!
So perception.
And screw
Wow.
that.
That nat 1 to nat 20.
Yeah.
Goddamn roll
Yeah.
20.
Actually, Molfin's is pretty good too. But definitely Ashlyn. Over this creature's shoulder, you can catch the glimpses. There are at least 2 more of these creatures that fly back and forth over this one.
Uh-oh. Guys, we're not alone.
Yeah, and that's the end of their turn. It's Callista's turn.
There's like 3 of them. Calista, just so you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I tell Ashlyn and Molfin to try and follow me down. But I'm not leaving the creature's line of sight. I will back up to give them room to roll down.
Okay, you guys can hear everything outside of the sphere, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Just double checking.
I guess. Okay.
And I'm basically sticking close enough to the ball, giving them enough room to like go down 20 feet and keep an eye in sight on the creatures.
Wait, so you're gonna be above the ball?
I'm behind the ball.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the staircase, and Molfin did the ball above me and you.
Okay.
So
Why
I
don't
back up.
you?
Well, he pushed me out of the way, and I wasn't gonna say no because I knew what was happening, so I backed back out.
Push
But
her out of the way, Uncle Molfin.
Molfin, it's like Molfin pushing them both, and Ashlyn thinks that Molfin's going for the hug.
For a hug. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So I will keep line of sight on these creatures just in case that the ball drops, but I'm gonna just keep my closeness to these two and back up a bit.
How convenient that we have a dropping ball in the New Year episode of Storm King's Thunder.
Yay!
Wow. Wow.
Terrible. I know, I'm bad. Okay.
Or it's the best.
Okay, so Diana, you're actually you're actually at a go. We went from 11 on the initiative order to 1.
Great job, us.
GG.
I want to be kind of like behind Callista, like just like 10 feet. And if they can hear everything that's in there, I just want to let them know that if the ball form drops or if you can't move it and there's still these creatures behind us, that I'll be ready with a fireball. So duck when the ball drops.
So duck.
So now the ball's dropping and fireworks are going off.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Sorry guys, I had to send a quick thing really quick.
That's my thing. I'm holding my action basically for that.
I think
Okay.
we're all holding our action.
Yeah, we're all basically holding our actions until this ball is no longer protecting us.
Mhm. They better.
Okay. Yeah, the ball seems to be working. It seems to be a brilliant idea. The creature can't get past Molfin. Molfin, it's actually your turn again, the top of round 2. So the resilient sphere actually has 9 more rounds.
So Molfin's going to look over at Ashlyn.
And you see Callista like motioning behind you, like, let's go.
And just sort on, and then pretty much move and dash action start running towards the hall running towards the hole,
Okay.
trying to see if Almost if I can get it like a like water in a drain. Hit it on the stairs so it'll start like ringing around the stairs on its way down.
Okay.
We're gonna Indiana Jones from Malfin.
Yeah. It's snug, and so you might have to do a little bit of hopping and kind of like maybe getting on all fours and kind of like starting to roll the thing.
At least you have Ashlyn to help you with this.
You do.
You're pretty tiny.
You do. So you can make. Let's make it an athletics check with advantage because Ashlyn is helping you.
Oh my god.
And Ashlyn did attempt to kick the creature when it came close, but all she did was kick the inside of the sphere.
Oh, my foot hurts.
That's what the sphere is here for. It's to keep them out.
But it's keeping me in.
Well, I told you to move.
I did move.
Oh no!
14.
14.
Yeah, it's slowly, but you can feel like the edge of the ball grinding against the wet black stone on the sides all around, and as it starts to move down the steps a little bit. Sometimes it gets caught up and stuck a little bit above the steps, and then you just give it that extra push, and Ashlyn starts to jump a little bit, and you start to move it down. I would say you probably do half of your movement because it's a 10-foot sphere that you're trying to move down these steps, and it's a tight 10-foot tube that you're trying to go down. Even with Ashlyn's help, you would still probably move pretty slowly.
This is really strange.
Not
gonna lie.
So you guys are moving down, and you're following Callista, and she's just waving you on. Come on.
I'm the air traffic control.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Malfin's going to call out to Callista. Do you have anything out there to?
I have an
lubricate
idea.
The walls?
I have an idea. Yes.
Lachlan, you made it down 75 feet. You still don't see the end of this staircase.
Ooh.
Guys, I still don't see the end of this staircase. And then move dash dash.
Okay, after one of your movements, after 25 more feet, the staircase opens into a hall.
Never mind. Found the end.
It's a large hall, probably about 20 feet high, and probably about, say, 40 foot wide.
Wow.
But it looks like it crosses a span of maybe about 100 feet. And you start to see a greenish glow from
Don't hide.
what looks to be an open archway door on the opposite side of the hall.
Okay.
Is
I would like
the
to use.
glow coming from the archway?
Yes, from beyond.
Okay.
It's kind of like the lights on in the other room, and it's glowing into the hall.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely want to use my action to hide, kind of near the base of the stairs. Try to find if there's like along the wall or something as I'm like waiting. Up.
Okay.
Before I go anywhere near this hall.
Okay, you can make a stealth check if you'd like.
Roger that. 17.
It's pretty decent. Yeah. And that's your movement and action, and that'll end your turn. That brings us up to Ashlyn, who is currently trying to get this ball to move down with Malpin. Are you gonna go ahead and you gonna help move it some more?
Do you want me to help you move this more, or should we make a stand and fight the... Okay, I'll just help you move it more. Okay, that's fine.
Go ahead and make athletics with advantage.
Sure. I'll just...
Or, wait, hold on a second. You were under the effects of exhaustion, right?
Yeah, but I still rolled the same thing.
It would be a straight roll then.
It's
22.
It's still 22.
Whoa, look at that. Nice.
Yeah.
That's a way to get rid of the whole advantage-disadvantage rule, is to roll the same number on both dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to move it. What is your speed currently?
25.
25. So you can get it down between maybe 10 or 15 more feet as you guys keep on moving down. You're kind of bumping into Callista and the rest and Diana now as you're moving down. Yeah. So.
Guys, I need to sleep so I can be faster.
Anastasius' turn is up. Is he going to continue to follow Lachlan?
Yeah, he's not gonna go all the way. He's gonna wait, probably at the edge of the opening.
Okay.
And kind of do similar to what Lachlan's doing and press against the wall and wait for us to reach them.
Okay.
And probably, can he make a perception check or something as his action?
He can't.
Like into
Like he just wants to look
the-
and scope out.
like he
the
just wants
hall?
to peek. Yeah, peek his head in.
Oh yeah, you can do that. That's pretty good. It's dark, but he can see on the far end of the hall. It looks like there are rows and rows of looks like jewelry hanging on the left and the right sides of the wall in the green glow. But as the green glow dissipates towards you, it's kind of like, you know, that shining light from a distance. You can see things hanging on the wall in the distance, but as it comes forward, he loses that detail to the darkness a little bit. Does he have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay, well, he can see a little bit closer. And Lachlan, you probably noticed this too as you're hiding.
Yeah.
There are what look like
no.
amulets all over the sides of both walls,
Oh my.
hanging on
Did-
these crude nails that have been hammered
What
into
do
the
these
stone.
amulets look like?
They look
exactly?
They look a lot like the one Kella Darkhope was wearing.
Ooh,
Okay.
not good.
Okay.
They look expensive?
God damn it.
Yes.
Man, Lachlan.
That's good, yeah.
Priorities. Hashtag priorities.
Yeah.
They do look expensive, Lachlan. They look very expensive.
Anastasia.
Each one of them
Jackpot!
has a pretty large teardrop-shaped gem inside of varying colors. Which you're having trouble picking out the colors, but you can see the different gray tones in them because of your dark vision.
These
Um,
teardrop shaped, do they look similar to these gems that are...
They look
Got the
exactly
souls?
like the one Diana has.
That's what I thought.
And,
Just
like-
checking.
Yeah.
So Anastasia would recognize those because he's held one.
There are, I'm not even going to say hundreds. There are probably thousands.
Lachlan, telling me you noticed that they were looked like Diana's teardrops. No, okay.
No. Anastasia's would, but I don't think Lachlan would care.
Yeah.
How are we gonna get all these out of here? Who's gonna be able to buy all these Anastasias? You're in the wheelbarrow?
Don't you have a bag of holding?
Genius. That's why we bring you along.
I'm not helping myself. God damn it.
No.
That brings
Thank you, Anastasia.
Yeah, thank you, Anastasia. Yes. The creatures.
Like 1,000 souls.
The creatures. It seems to follow you a few steps down, attempts to make a few claws at the orb, and then it flies off.
I have a question.
Yes.
If the creature is hitting into the orb or scratching at it, would it unintentionally help it on its roll down?
Ooh.
Good point. Let me see. Let's allow the dice to decide.
You're welcome.
Unfortunately for you, Diana, I rolled a 2.
Yeah.
So
Good idea, though.
I guess it's reaching and it's not really getting a full impact on it. It's reaching, it's barely clawing at this thing. It doesn't look like it really wants to come down these steps into this tunnel. It seems like it's much more at home where it can fly around. So it just kind of moves up about 10 feet out of the hole and you watch it fly off. But you notice another one kind of swings by just to take a look and then flies off up into the darkness.
We should remember those when we come up from this hole.
Yeah, for sure.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to let you guys know they are not going to pursue you any farther. So I'm going to take
Okay.
us out of initiative order.
Okay.
I have a question just for technicality's sake, so I know for future reference. If I were to have
Mhm.
thorn whip this dome,
Mhm.
would I have been able to pull it towards me because thorn whip pulls 10 feet?
What does it say that the thorn whip can target? Is it say specifically a creature or an object?
And we're like a large object. right?
Probably a creature.
Yeah, if it says creature, then no, you wouldn't be able
Okay.
to.
Okay.
Just because of the wording of the spell.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, I
Yeah.
was just curious if it would even work or not.
Right.
Because I know that nothing can affect the dome, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, there are some spells that are worded specifically for objects,
Mhm.
which to me has a little bit more flexibility in what you can do with it.
Gotcha.
And
Yep.
or so if you have creature, it has to be like some kind of living creature, object, or not object, but living creature that you can.
Right. Yeah.
target.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well,
So
I've enjoyed our time together, Uncle Muffin. Thank you very much.
Well, I suppose are you asking me to drop the spell?
Drop it and let's go.
Do you want to still hamster roll down these stairways? Because it's
Okay, Callista said drop it. So,
okay.
Muffin's gonna look at Ashlyn, give a little grin,
Uh-oh.
and then standing in the middle of the hallway, drop concentration. Wait about 2 seconds to fall, and then Misty step down to the bottom.
okay.
Oh, now I gotta walk down these stairs so slowly by myself.
I'm with you, Ashley. You're not by yourself.
So slowly.
Yeah. As Ashlyn's saying this, Callista's like standing right next to her. Hey,
Hey.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
Diana's like, I'm here.
You can still walk 5 feet faster than me.
Brock is looking at you guys like, I've been here the whole time. Seriously.
Thank you, Brock. There's some solidarity there.
Poor Brock. He's so salty.
Yeah.
And then somewhere near down, Lachlan and Anastasia will just see a little old gnome poof out of silver smoke.
Oh yeah, and Muffin, as you appear, you see the same thing that they're seeing. That glow and these thousands of amulets upon each wall to the left and to the right.
I'd be inching along the wall a little bit.
As you're inching along the wall, your stealth check really doesn't do you any justice because you're clinging the amulets together and they're making all these like wind chime kind of sounds as you move across.
Didn't mean to do that.
But the air here is still. It is quiet. You may hear a few drips of water from above on the wet stone. And other than your wind chiming, amulet clanking, that's really the only sounds that you hear.
Should we not perhaps wait for the others?
Quick, stuff some in your pocket before they get here.
You have no idea what that's gonna do.
Lachlan, are you trying to take some?
Oh, I haven't reached for one yet. I'm sort of looking at Molten's reaction.
I remember back to episode 4. I'd like to steal his dagger.
That could never go wrong.
Oh.
Let's steal some amulets in a lich's domain. This is fine.
Yeah.
Learn from this.
Wrong.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Learn from this.
Muffin will look at Lachlan and
Lachlan's
just
never
say,
had real consequences. He doesn't need to learn yet.
Muffin gave me consequences.
This is true.
Muffin looks at Lachlan. Do you think it would go nice with my new shroud?
We're ethics, morals, gnomes.
Gnomes.
Do any of these amulets stand out more than the others? Like a different?
They're all a little different in the way that they're designed. A lot of them have images of skeletons, bats.
Okay, don't.
You even see a couple with spiders gripping the... One of them looks like some kind of demon that has more like a gorilla face. And it's got these massive shoulders, and it's gripping the teardrop gem with its top its legs around the bottom, and its arms around the top. It's actually pretty intricate and neat.
Cramps, look at this one. This one's.
How fast can I vault the railing instead of walking down?
It's not really an open railing; it's stone on both sides, so you can't really see
But I meant
down.
middle.
It
Can
just
I go down the middle?
there's not a middle. It's not like an open
Oh.
middle. It's like it's stone all the way around.
I want to fall so bad. Okay, all right, I'll wait.
But eventually, Lachlan, if you're not going to do anything, the rest of the group makes their way down to the opening or they also see
Probably
I
as
still
they
have
come down, I would be
covered.
like reaching as they see me.
reaching at it? Okay, so you guys are watching. Lachlan is up, and he looks like he's reaching for
Lachlan!
something hanging on the wall.
Don't
I'm not
touch.
doing anything.
I have a passive of 17. Don't touch.
I was
Passive
stretching. I was
18.
I have
stretching.
fireball
Oh,
prepared
oh,
still.
tricking my arm. Hey,
So
took
good.
you guys a while to get down those stairs, didn't it?
Yeah, you guys notice immediately. Anybody who has dark vision at least can see these amulets. They're hanging everywhere.
Question
Hmm.
about my pinging.
Yeah,
Is it in this room?
no, it's beyond.
Okay.
Ah.
Like down the hall towards the green?
Down the hall towards the green.
Maybe the rest.
I will indicate that's where one of the ping is.
Okay. Actually, you have 4 pings.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay.
One
Well,
from Diana.
You actually have 6 pings.
Okay.
You have 4 coming from beyond. You have 1 coming from Diana's armor,
Uh-huh.
and you have 1 coming from the one. Then you got the one from the amulet from
Yeah, I
Kella,
have one.
right?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have 1 as well.
Okay.
How far does it look like that green glow is from where we all are now?
About 70 to 100 feet.
Do we think it's safe to walk through this hallway with all the trinkets hanging here?
I have fireball prepared, so I can just, you know.
Let's not blow them up. What if every one of them then explodes?
Souls come out, I guess. Souls of
Including
people.
ours as it eventually
Lachlan.
cascades its way back to us.
Can you check
Well,
this passageway for traps as we go forward? We need to get
You know
to
I'm
these
great
pings.
at that.
I know you are, so please.
I was more concerned with things of perhaps an arcane nature.
like how she has
Can you
undead
detect-
armies and skeletons.
Can you detect magic, Muffin?
I cannot detect it. I can attempt to identify it, but it will take me a short while.
I can detect, but I can't. If I do, I'll drop concentration on the ping. And
Can we, like, make a hut still, man?
I
Yes, if we
could
wish to
detect
take some time
magic,
to
but I
rest.
haven't prepared it for the day.
what do you have?
I could detect magic, but I haven't prepared it for the day.
I would
How
start
close is the
walking into the
nearest-
room.
How close is the nearest necklace?
2 feet.
Just gonna grab it.
Okay.
No!
Anyone in particular that you were looking at? That any of the ones that I described, or
If it's within reach, where Lachlan mentioned it, the one with the
the like gorilla
giant
like
monkey demon, yeah.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Oh,
It has.
you picked the word.
It kind of has like
Fudge.
looks like kind of like a topaz gem inside of it, like a gold
Whoa.
Nice
goldish
hand it.
yellow. Mhm.
From Muffin?
Well, just sort of poking
Oh,
at it.
you-
See if
oh,
anything
you're-
happens as he picks it up.
She just rolled a sleight of hand of a crit of a 25 to steal that from you, Molfin. can you-
I'll dispute it and say
Yoink,
20 because she's
yoinking
exhausted.
all
But
the
it-
items
Oh
from her
yeah,
hand.
she is exhausted, so it'd be a
But-
20. But can you roll a 20 with your I guess you could do acrobatics or athletics, your choice. You can either try to acrobatics it just away really quick or just yank it.
Wow, let's see here.
Because the 20 is a pretty strong roll, even with the disadvantage.
Yeah, I don't think it. Can I do it? Yes. Will I? Not a shot.
All right, so Ashlyn, you just whoop, swipe it right out of Molfin's hands.
With my other hand, with my sleight of hand, with my other hand, can I slap him in the face?
Sure. Why not?
Sleight of hand, slap him in the face.
So, Molfin, the insect next to you just grabbed your amulet and smacked you.
And then I put it back on the wall. And say, no.
Well, so we're supposed to find out if it's arcane.
Take the spider one instead.
Make an arcana check. Do what wizards do.
Do what wizards do.
Wow.
Can she get inspiration for that? Goddamn.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. Take inspiration. That was brilliant.
Okay.
Do what wizards do. Holy
did you
crap!
do what insects do and go crawl into a hole?
I'm not an insect. Just. Oh.
Oh wow.
Wow.
It's been too long since we played, guys. It's been too long.
I missed Ashland's one-liners. Oh my god.
Whew.
Lachlan, did you check for traps?
Oh yeah, I'll start proceeding down the hallway a little bit. Hallway looking for traps.
Okay. You making your investigation check. Yeah.
Nice.
As you're moving down the hallway, Lachlan, you start to see signs that there's like this blackened, charred area kind of on the ground and on the ceiling.
There's a black and charred area on the ground and the ceiling, guys.
Yeah, signs of what definitely looks like fire has been here.
Molson, looks like your style around here.
Yeah.
Somebody blew something up.
Can I do a perception check as we're going through, looking for like any glyphs or writings?
Oh yeah, sure.
Can I do perception check?
Lachlan,
Looking for-
really, Lachlan's investigation check can see that there are several what look like stones on the floor that seem to be raised just slightly in that area. And Callista, as you come up there with Lachlan and Diana as well, you guys pretty much notice the same thing. It looks like there's an intricate way that you need to walk. It seems like there are pressure plates here in this hall.
Okay.
Is the ceiling wet? Oh, it's like 20 feet up, right?
Yeah. It's this area where you see the chart is a little drier in this area. There's still the amulets.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hanging on the walls, and you can see residue kind of on the amulets and stuff. That resembles like a black wet.
It's like algae.
Well, it's kind of like if ash got wet.
Oh, okay.
It's like this black residue on the
like soot.
Yeah, like a soot that's really wet and yeah.
Okay.
Can I investigate the gems further? Or I probably should have waited to roll.
You're like, wow, this looks like mine.
This is my gem. Oh, pretty. It's got a spider.
I
want to try to like walk through the safe zone here.
Okay, make an acrobatics check to keep your balance, because you kind of like hop over some of these pressure plates. Oh yeah, you have no problem. You kind of move your way through, and you make your way beyond where it looks to be that most of the charred area has been passed, and you're really close now to where that green light is shining out, probably about 25 feet away from the door.
Follow Lachlan's footsteps and do the same thing.
Okay,
and while she's doing that, I want to be like reminding her, like, oh, watch out.
Yeah. Since you're being helped by Lachlan and you were watching him, you have advantage on your acrobatics roll.
This doesn't go well. I still have inspiration.
Right.
Yeah, better without my help.
Yeah, you're able to do the same thing. You kind of really watch his steps. You feel at one point your heel kind of just nudges one of the pressure plates as you move off, and the water that's on it slips your heel off just a little bit without pushing it down, and you're able to hop over to the other side safely.
It's a high DC, guys. Oh no, that's what that means. It's a high DC.
And the rest of us all
subtle
have
DM.
disadvantage.
Subtle DM. Oh no!
What I'll do is with Lachlan over there helping you guys, it won't be with disadvantage. It'll just be a straight roll.
Okay, so Anastasius would have advantage
Mm-hmm.
because he doesn't have exhaustion or anything.
And if you can come up with another idea, there's always that.
Okay.
Flying.
Spider climb on the wall.
I could, but then I'll lose. How far away is the nearest ping? before if I'm gonna drop it. Like I can recast it, but if I don't have to.
You're you're getting close.
Okay.
Like you feel like if you go beyond this hall into this next room,
yeah.
that it may be one room beyond.
Okay.
But it's weird because it's a little like the ping you're getting just gives you the direction and kind of gives you that distance, but
Right.
it's almost like the closer that you get, the more obscured the visual of this ping gets. It's odd.
Okay.
You can't
Could
really
we?
explain it. It's hard to explain.
What if we could get out Moby's old grappling gun and let these guys like swing across the use a rope swing? That could be fun. I'd love to see you guys try to do that.
Yeah, we could try to do that.
Fishing around in the bag of holding for it. Where do we leave this?
Right.
You have it.
Yeah, I think you guys have
I
it.
do.
Yeah.
Because I gave it to you.
All of a sudden, this thing appears in Lachlan's hands. Hey, I had this the whole time.
I specifically gave that to Lachlan.
Yeah, you have a 100-foot rope attached to that thing.
Woo-hoo-hoo! It's gonna be fun. I'm like aiming it like at people accidentally. Like,
No.
Calista, how should we do this? Should we get the ceiling and do a rope swing, or should we try to do a? It's gonna be the smart way to do this.
Make a perception check, Lachlan.
Okay.
I have another idea if this doesn't work.
Sparkly gems.
You're trying to come up with a good idea. You're just struggling as you're looking around. You don't really just see it. You don't see anything that you could easily. You don't think that would.
How high is the ceiling?
Did I said about 40 feet or 20 feet? I think I said 20 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
That should be fine. I hate doing this, but I have no choice at this point.
Perhaps you do.
No, I really don't, because I don't want to lose concentration on the spell. So I'm going to wild shape into a giant eagle.
Okay.
And
you watch
fly everybody across.
as Callista turns into an eagle and flies everyone across. Is everyone willing to go with Callista?
Yes.
Molson is going to hang back to the end.
Okay.
To make sure he's the last one to go over.
Okay. So Callista is making her way as an eagle. Fly like an eagle. And and she's bringing everybody across, setting everybody down safely over with Lachlan as he's still looking for a place to attach the grappling gun to.
Yeah.
And she flies back across.
Forgetting it.
And ends up getting to Molfin across the hall.
As she's going back with the person before Molfin, Molfin's going to try to grab that the amulet with the two skeletons on it.
Okay. Like
are
you doing this stealthily?
He's trying to make sure no one notices he grabs it.
Do sleight of hand for this. Her passive, I think, is 17, but I don't know what what's a passive of an eagle? Do you take your passive of the eagle?
I think I take it to the passive of me, but even still, an eagle has like advantage on perception checks anyway.
My passive is 18.
Yeah, but this is a dark hall, so it would.
Let's see.
Unless it has dark vision, it would be hard for it to see.
I think my passive is 14.
Oh, it's an 18.
Both me and Ashlyn.
Yeah. So, Molfin, you have swiped one of these amulets.
This is Lachlan's fault.
It has a skeleton. It kind of has a gem in it that's like a frosted blue, kind of like these dice right here. It's kind of like frosted blue.
Pretty.
Pretty, but someone's soul's in there, so,
This is fine.
Nice. This is fine. This is great.
Yeah, it's all gonna work out.
This is D&D, guys.
Two skeletons on it.
Yep. It's two skeletons. One of them has. It looks like they're.
How appropriate!
It looks like they are engaged in combat. They have swords and shields, and one's on one side and the other's on the other side. And it looks like one's getting ready to jab the one up the ribs, and the other one's about ready to bring its sword down on its other skull.
They're skeletons.
Cool. They're skeletons. Yeah.
He would choose that one.
I went for the demon first, but now I got to steal that from Ashlyn somehow.
Hot topic.
Ashlyn put that back on the wall.
Yeah, Ashlyn put that back.
Oh man, if I'd known that, I would have stole that one.
Too late.
All right.
I guess you can. I mean, it was on the wall.
So Callista gets everybody safely across to the other side. And are you staying in eagle form?
For the moment.
Okay. So she's
For the moment.
like just flying right there, hovering with you guys.
For the moment.
Can Wolfen just keep riding?
Sure. You're light enough.
This brings me back to the time where you guys were going to see the Oracle and he was on the white dragon wormling and flying through the tunnel.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys are. It looks like beyond this this fiery threat, and you look beyond about 25 feet, and you see that glow coming from that large archway. That cascading light just entering the hall, illuminating these amulets to the right and the left of you.
Do I get any sense that this is magic as my giant eagle mount gets closer to it?
Oh, the glow?
I'm only about 10 feet above the ground, by the way. I don't want to be super high, just in case something bamps me out of wild shape.
Yeah, absolutely. Make an Arcana check, Molfin. Or are you using detect magic, or you just want to make like a general Arcana roll?
No, I'm just looking at it.
Okay.
See what sort of feeling I get from it.
It's green, of course. It's magic.
Nice.
You have
14, not horrible.
You've seen this magic before. You've seen it in the. I think you rolled high enough to know that those sconces that were in the Eye of the Allfather were magically enhanced to house flames, magic flames. You think that possibly this is light from magic flame.
Just sort of reach down to it close a little bit. Seems to just be arcane light.
And with that Arcana check, knowing what you know about Kella's amulet, these all look like vessels of the same
Why
sort.
would you steal a vessel of a spirit?
But we don't know if they're empty or
you don't know if they're empty or if they are full.
Why do we not take that chance and just...
Something's occurred to me. Didn't my priest come with us?
Yes.
Yeah, he's here. Dorn's here. He's very.
Oh, okay.
Him and Brock are kind of just.
They're just kind of in the background chilling until you guys need them.
Okay.
What did we do with Kella?
She's still on the airship.
Yeah, you guys left her on the airship.
We left her there because she was like useless.
Oh, she might
with us. What a drag.
Yeah. So I'm gonna fly towards the ping.
Okay. So you go through the archway. Below you, there's just maybe 3 steps down. And it opens up into a circular room. In this circular room, you see there are 6 hallways that lead in opposite sides of the circular chamber. So imagine a circular room.
Mm-hmm.
The one hallway you came in on, and then there are 6 more hallways that spread out. Okay. In the center of the room, there is a large fountain. All around the room, there are these green flames that look like torch flames. Like an eagle to the gems. My goodness gracious.
I just shake my head.
So you guys see all these. They look like torch flames, but there's no torch. There's no sconce. They're just kind of like floating there.
Okay.
And they're stationary. Most of them, there's like one on opposite sides of each of those 6 hallways that you see. And above it, you see what look to be it's kind of like if you go to an older like residence and you see sometimes they have this brilliant fence around the residence and they have these angels, these stone angels that sit on top of pillars or pedestals.
Up top?
They're up top.
Okay.
And they're kind of just these sculpted angels up there. And there is nameplates above each one of the hallways. And as these names start to come into view, we're gonna go ahead and take our break for the evening. Right
This is worse than YouTube ads.
Mid-roll, let's go.
Oh, why can't I skip this ad? My goodness, I gotta watch this whole thing.
A whole 10-minute ad? Are you really serious, YouTube?
What are you doing,
Yeah, there's
YouTube?
no skip. There's no skip
gosh.
button. It's just forced you to watch.
Well, man, I tell you what, guys, it has been a blast tonight. I have missed playing. You guys have only gone about 200 feet, but every step of the way has been suspenseful, and it's been so much fun. You guys, I've missed these nights. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break at Twitch. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Make sure you follow us. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. And until then, we're going to take a short break, and we will be back in about 5 to 7 minutes. So hang tight. We'll be back soon. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Storm King's Thunder, episode 59. Thank you for joining us here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, the Dungeon Master for this evening, and currently, our party here on Storm King's Thunder has descended into what they believe to be a lich's lair in search of these gems that contain pieces and bits of souls, much like the one that Diana has embedded in her armor. As you guys enter, you guys notice that this fountain in the center of this circular room probably stands about 3 foot high. It's sculpted out of several, it looks like stones that are, kind of looks like a well. And then as it has this decorative element that rises up, you can see there are 2 sculptures in the center. The water seems to come out in between the feet of these 2 creatures and just trickles off these pedestals, almost like a wedding cake design, as it comes down into the fountain around it. At the top, there are 2 figures standing. One looks a lot like that king that you guys saw before you entered that lava room. Do you guys remember those 2 large sculptures? The one looks a lot like that king. The other looks a lot like that other sculpture, and it looks a lot like Kruella. And the king is actually down on one knee, looking up and holding the other figure's one hand. And behind the other figure's back, she has her other hand behind her back, and in it is a dagger.
A magical dagger?
Zulkin's dagger?
It looks pretty familiar.
It all started.
And as you guys are looking at these names coming into view, they're all written in a very ancient form of Elven. But as long as you understand the Elven language, you can, even though some of the letters kind of seem odd to you, they can come into focus.
Okay.
Starting to the closest one to your left. That's where I'm going to start from. The first one is carved Umi.
Booby?
Umi.
Umi. U-M-I.
Booby.
then the next one, Oriel.
Oreo.
Yep. O-R-I-E-L. Then the next one is Lucia. L-U-C-I-A. Then, starting on the opposite side, kind of coming back towards you, the farthest hall says Avelina. A-V-E-L-I-N-A. Then, 2 names you recognize. The first one says Kella. And the one to the right closest to you says Diana.
Hey! I have the lamest name out of the lot.
No.
It fits. It actually, I don't know, there's like a...
There's no mysticism to my name. I was given a human name. No fanciful elven name.
Queen of Wisdom. That's awesome. Goddess of Wisdom and stuff.
What's all that text?
Does anyone know what those things say?
Not that we're going to tell you. It says, beware, do not steal stuff.
It does indeed. It says that. It does indeed. Ashlyn is correct. It says that all thieves will be killed,
Smited.
Yes, they shall find their doom in these halls.
Not liking this place. So big.
No.
I know.
I'm gonna insight check Diana. Just 'cause.
Go ahead and make a deception check, Diana.
Each other, so we should get advantage.
You should get advantage.
Sure, but I think Lachlan and Molfin would. Well, Lachlan might not help Molfin because he's just like.
So it's a straight roll. We're all exhausted.
Ashlyn,
here.
what's your bonus?
Yep.
Since we lied together, who's gonna take the roll? Me?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Let's see how we do.
Great roll.
So if the it's so you got the Molfin, you got the 6, and Diana got a 6, right, for having disadvantage.
Oh.
No, but we have advantage
Oh,
though,
yeah.
so wouldn't it be a straight
Yeah,
roll
so-
since
Yeah,
it's us
yeah.
working together?
Yeah. So
So it's 6 versus 9.
So Molfin, you have no idea what that says. Although the way they are kind of going back and forth and the way they're role playing this, I would have to say that you're probably on the assumption that they might not be saying exactly what is on there, but they don't.
So, okay, Molfin, Callista, you said you're only flying about 10 feet off the ground?
About 10 feet.
He's gonna.
And I'm trying to figure out which
rotate
direction
us.
the ping's coming from.
You have a ping coming from beyond the hallway that says Umi,
Okay.
Oriel, Lucia, and Avelina.
Do they all seem to be about the same distance from where I am now?
They do. They're down a hall. It looks like there's a hall beyond. It steps down about 3 steps after the name. Goes down a hall that's lit by these green magical flames. And then there's a stone door at the end of the hall. And all of the halls look to be built and structured about the same.
Huh. Do we want to go down one of the halls?
Split up, each take it to
Molfin.
a hall.
Molfin's going to hop off a cliff and say, well, there's only one way to find out where these lead to. And as he lands on the ground, he is walking down, starting from, like you did, Michael, starting from number 1. He's heading to corridor number 4.
Okay.
And just walking.
So Avelina is where you're heading. So you're kind of moving straight into the room to the far side and going right. That's where this leads. It's the farthest hall, kind of on the right of the top right-hand side of the radius of the circle.
Only one way to find out if I really am
Can-
meant to meet my death here.
Can I gauge distance on how far each of these are?
Seems like equally beyond these doors.
So,
Okay.
but it'd be like 100 feet, 1,000 feet.
Like, yeah, probably somewhere between 100 and 200 feet beyond the door is where you're
Okay.
getting the ping.
Okay. So I will follow Molfin, I guess, because I don't want him going by himself.
Okay. Rest of you.
Okay, I guess we should all go this way too, maybe.
It's so inefficient.
Brock looks
Okay.
at you and he's like, can I just stay right here?
You can stay right there.
I d-
Okay, Lachlan, let's go into the third one.
Roger that.
Okay.
You guys gonna go through the third one?
Yes.
So you're gonna go
Lucia.
under Lucia.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a terrible idea.
Yes.
I guess I'll go with Callista wherever she goes.
Okay.
Okay. So
She has an Anastasius, in which case I would go with Molfin.
you guys approach.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go with Molfin.
Actually, I'll start with.
Well, I'm going with Molfin, and I guess Anastasius is going with Molfin. So
yeah, I think Anastasius would stick with Molfin too,
yeah.
just because of their past.
Yeah.
I think it's
Then I'll go
made.
with
I think it's made a
Lachlan and
strong
Ashlyn.
bond between the two.
Yeah, it's totally Molfin and not Callista. That's how that works.
Then I'll go with Lachlan and Ashlyn so they can have a third party.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so
I'm the
Lachlan,
supervisor.
Diana,
Can
and
I
Ashlyn.
can I look at Brock and kind of like in my eagle form, like gesture him to follow
follow them?
me?
Okay.
then my priest shot my
Make a
rocks.
persuasion check.
Oh god. Oh, even.
Brock.
If you can't beat this, I'll be surprised.
I won't be.
I just realized now that
Oh.
I was riding on an eagle with a head like an ant.
Yeah,
Oh.
you were.
Flying ant.
Permanent effect?
As Brock looks back up at the cake-looking fountain, and he ponders a minute and sees that dagger behind that woman's back, he goes, I think I'll fall.
I will let Brock
follow.
climb onto my back just so he feels a little more comfortable.
Okay, so Brock climbs on the eagle, and you fly him down the hall. I'm going to start with Lachlan, Diana, and Dorn would follow you, Diana. Dorn would stick with you.
Yeah.
Ashlyn, and you four head down this hallway labeled Lucia. And you get close to the door, and you notice to the right of the door looks to be some kind of key slot.
Okay, I will
Mechanical?
investigate.
Investigating? Okay.
Oh, I got that one.
Diana, it looks like Zolkin's dagger opens this door. And unless you have Zolkin's dagger, you cannot open it.
We have his dagger?
I'm pretty sure
No,
I have
unless
it.
we have it. You can't open it. So Callista has it, yeah.
Does it have to be
Let's go
Zolkin's
down the
dagger?
other hallway.
I'll pull out one of my random daggers. We could try this.
No.
Okay.
Lachlan jams
Where's
the dagger in.
Rebecca?
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong?
No!
Make a
I would like to
Lachlan, make a
No.
Constitution saving throw, please.
Jesus.
A Constitution saving throw, huh?
Yeah.
No.
Lachlan, what are you doing?
Do something real quick. Because I think I may be able to...
3 of us are not exhausted, and you're one of them.
Not anymore.
Wow.
Oh no.
Instant death.
Lachlan!
Yeah.
This is when
Instant death.
consequences actually might affect Lachlan.
You take 23 points of lightning damage
Oh.
as it starts electrocuting
Like putting it into a
you.
socket.
And as you yank the dagger out, you just start to go and smoke rises off of your body.
Smooth the hair down a little.
Yeah, your hair got really pointy there for a second. I think I could see your skeleton.
Don't tell him open.
Okay, we won't.
Enslave me.
Okay.
Oh, why do I not have a healing word? Okay, I can cast you Cure Wounds at
I'm
second
fine.
level.
I just need a little rest and I'll be fine.
I think we
No,
all need a
that
little
was 23
Favors for
points.
someone who's really hurt.
rest. Yeah.
20 hit
Coughing up
points. I
ashes.
mean,
Dorn looks at you. He's like, "You really need to be more careful."
Yeah.
Thank you.
You have 12 points out of
Ooh.
20, which is not very much, but I would like to,
It's
when I
something.
heal Lachlan, give him, like, I don't know if there's a way to, like, slap the healing into him. Because I could just hit him, like, slap some sense into him.
Slap some healing into him. That's great.
Yeah.
You feel
Upside the
the
head.
healing powers of Ilmater aggressively enter your body, Lachlan.
healed.
As the healing power of Ilmater should be applicated.
Our cleric just aggressively healing everybody.
That's it.
Well, now we know not to stick random daggers in these things. We'll tell the others useful information.
Okay, thank you, Lachlan. That was very helpful.
I do my best. Let's go find them.
The rest of you approach the door at the end of the Avelina hallway, where you see the same thing. A stone door, large stone door with a keyhole to the right of it.
Okay, so that means I get down, I kind of buck Brock off, and I will.
He kind of holds on a little bit. He doesn't really want to get off.
Well, I'll just turn into myself if he's not gonna let go.
Okay, yeah, and as you turn into yourself, he's just right there like, oh, I guess this is a little awkward now.
You can let go now.
Just one more minute.
I ignore him and like
Push
no,
Wolfen pulls out the fake dagger.
Callista is like, you see, she's now like more tolerating this kid.
Molfen pulls out the fake dagger.
Do you think this would work?
Let's not test that.
Why not? What if it does something to that?
Well, Hang on, let me wait. Wait. No.
Wait a minute. Were you gonna give the fake dagger to Brock?
No, I was just going to stick it in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why Callista's like, I had to do a wisdom check to see if she would allow him to do it or not.
All right.
So she's telling him no.
For some reason, I'm like, wait a minute. They've been wanting to
Hold
kill
on,
him
then.
off.
I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm going to make an intelligence check to see if he listens.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh
apparently he
yeah,
does.
you are.
Wait, or is a crit a yes or a no?
Yeah, the dice have spoken.
No.
Crit
tonight.
is just being smart. Like, are you gonna be
Yeah.
smart and listen?
The dice have
she may have a point
spoken.
there.
Yeah, I had to do the dice because like I was torn on letting you do that too. So.
All right.
Because he has a level of exhaustion, so would he?
Oh, no, it would still be an 18.
Still be an 18.
Yeah,
That's pretty
18's
good
still
roll.
pretty
Yeah,
smart.
Yeah.
Still pretty intelligent roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, and eventually you guys start to hear the rest of your group approaching from the other side of the hall.
You hear the screams of Lachlan getting electrocuted.
Smells like bacon.
Yeah.
So he does the intelligence
Oh,
roll
wow.
after we hear the screams. No, you're probably right. We shouldn't do that. See Lachlan smoking.
Does anyone smell that weird scent? It's like copper.
Burning hair.
Yes.
Burning hair, yeah, burnt hair.
Like singed wire.
No, we don't smell anything. It's
Yeah, it's
fine.
fine.
It's all fine. God, I walk so slow. Okay,
So
what are we doing?
for this keyhole? Like, do I have to like stick it in, or do I have to like
Don't do it!
It looks like it goes in, like the blade will go in. And
like it's like a key?
like a key, yeah.
I will do so.
It's gonna electrocute
Hey.
you! Stop!
She puts
I-
the dagger in, turns it, and you guys hear the door start to go and rise up.
Off and ready's a spell in case there's something in there.
Okay.
Oh yeah, can I ready fireball?
Beyond, you see, it's strange. What you would think would be maybe a small chamber or room beyond this opens up into what almost looks like another world. You can see
What?
dark green grass on the ground. There is a dirt trail that leads from the door into a set of rolling hills beyond, on which you see tombstones. The sky is dark, and there is a faint bit of a crescent moon in the sky with stars above you. There is a sky in here. There are dead trees to the left and the right of these rolling hillsides. Creepy dead trees with crows and ravens flying all around. The air is blowing, the wind is blowing, it's cold. You hear the calls of these ravens. And you look beyond in the graveyard and you see, looks to be probably several hundred feet away from you beyond this trail. Looks like some kind of kind of like a carved entryway into what looks to be what's the word I'm looking for? A grave site that sits up above the
Crypt?
a crypt,
Mausoleum.
kind of like a mausoleum.
Mausoleum,
That's the word I was
or
looking
a-
for. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what looks to be like a stone doorway to the entrance of a mausoleum.
Well, logic would dictate if you're going to hide something in here.
Well, I'm assuming that's where I'm getting the ping because it's. How far away is the mausoleum?
And that's the strange part. Because this is almost like it's almost like you feel like you're in a different dimension when you step in here. It's like this is some kind of extraplanar space. So once you step in, the ping seems like it's almost like running away from you, but it runs towards that mausoleum
Uh-huh.
and down below it.
Okay. Yeah. It's in and below. Again.
And should we take a few moments to rest before we proceed?
Sure, we can.
In this creepy place with all these crows?
Better here than in the mausoleum, do you not agree?
The crows are
plenty
actually.
of dead resting down there. That might be nice.
The crows don't bother me at all, to be honest.
Can you speak to the crows? Are they nice crows?
I could if I wanted to.
I don't want to call their attention. I'm worried about that.
Let us just take a short.
We'll take a short rest.
Just take a short while too. I could use a little recovering after that lovely beverage from earlier.
Are you guys going to exit this place and close the door and move back into the main circular chamber to take your short rest? Or are you going to stay here? Your choice.
I feel more comfortable in the actual world than this world that we don't know anything about.
Well, what we could do is step back through the doorway, have Callista close the door, and then take our rest there, because then we have...
What if it doesn't open again?
Then I'm okay with that. But we don't know what's going to happen. Like, what if...
Or I just keep the door open and we rest on the other side.
What if things come out of here while we're resting?
We could rest after we finish whatever we're doing here.
How big is this doorway?
The doorway itself, rather large, probably 15 foot wide by about 15 foot high.
Okay.
Rather large.
Okay. I guess if we keep someone on watch at all times, I'll be okay with it being open.
I'm fine with that. I can keep watch.
Ashlyn, I'm only speaking perhaps 30 minutes an hour.
Can I close the door but not all the way? Like keep it like cracked? If I sit.
It appears that with this heavy stone, you would need to maybe like prop it when you close it. It requires it's such a heavy door. It requires that key to be able to close it again. Like the dagger opens and closes the door.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And it opens up and down like a garage door, kind of opening up.
Oh, so it's not a sliding; it goes up and down.
Yeah, it goes slides up and then
okay,
down.
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've got this book that we can prop it open with.
Yeah, so if you like put something underneath it and then
that's what I was
closed
thinking.
it, if it's strong enough to withstand the weight of this big heavy stone door, then it may prop it open, or it may just crush it to the ground. You're not really sure.
I don't read much. It's a book on how to extract face spider venom. Here you go.
I'm fairly certain that would just be crushed.
Okay. Do I have to read it?
Yeah, that book's really old.
Okay, I'll just
We
stuff it in
have-
my sack again.
We have an ivory horn. That's like a giant's ivory horn in the bag of holding.
But ivory is like cool, except for the fact that it's taken from animals. So we don't like ivory. We don't want to crush it. Or do we? This is a philosophical question.
Fine. Just leave the door open then.
Are you going to tiny hut us?
To rest.
Yeah, that's fine.
So yeah, you guys you feel the cold air. Are you guys like staying in the hallway there, out watching the door? Is that what I'm assuming?
I'm staying right at the door.
Right at the threshold. Okay.
I'm
yes.
Probably 3 feet behind her.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm 1.5 feet behind her.
Okay.
You just spend your short rest watching the birds fly between trees. Some of them peck at each other, making these annoying crow sounds. Every once in a while, like a couple of them will just start to get into one of those little fights on a branch.
Does anyone really need healing? Because he can. Anastasius can do a song of rest.
No.
I think Lachlan needs some.
Okay.
I'm good. I've got
some
tons of
as
hit dice.
well.
Gold.
I could.
You get
Wait, I have like
if
20
you roll,
points below what my maximum
you guys-
should be. So.
well, everyone can roll 1d6 to get hit points.
Oh.
Or does Anastasius roll 1d6 and then that is the
Yeah,
number for everybody? Is that the way that works for Song of Rest? I think he rolls a 1d6 and everybody
Sure, I
can
can roll
add
a 1d6.
Okay.
that
Yep.
amount to whatever they heal up, I believe. And if you guys want to spend any
Wait,
hit
what level are
die,
we right now?
you guys are level 8, I believe, yes?
Yeah, but he's on level 7 because he hasn't updated.
Yeah,
Michael, during the short rest, Mulfin is going to attune to his new item.
Oh my god.
Are you going to attune to it, or would you like to identify it first?
No, he's just going to attune to the shroud.
You are?
Yep.
What?
Okay. I'm
Everyone
gonna
gets an extra 3 hit points.
I'm gonna send you a
Cool.
Discord message. Okay?
Okay.
Of everything that this thing does.
Oh
no.
my
Oh
god.
dear God.
Crap. When I rebooted my computer, my Microsoft Word closed, and I had it all written out in my. Oh, and I can't copy it into Word anyway, or from Word to Discord anyway. It won't let me.
Oh, that's weird.
All right. I am.
If you save it as Word, you can send it via. You can send the file via Discord if that's easier.
I can send the file. Yeah.
Lost his
That's a good
sauce.
idea.
I can send the file.
Oh, we
I
lost his ass.
I just
Lost
I
his
just
sauce.
drag it, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm back.
Okay,
I'm back.
Yeah, you
you
should be
will
able to.
have to ignore Twitch, everybody. I'm going to have to get to my desktop, so I'm going to have to move everything to get to.
Sorry, Twitch.
Sorry, Twitch. It's going to look really funny right now, and I apologize, but he had to do this to me.
Yeah.
Because
Why'd you have to
It's
do that?
Mulfin. Of course he had to.
that's what he does.
That's Mulfin, guys.
Just because I'm a nice guy too, and I'm a merciful dungeon master.
Oh no.
When you read this file and you say that you would like to identify instead, if you would like to go back,
He will allow it?
I will allow it. Just for this instance.
Because you probably might want to choose that option.
But that is up to you, just because of a couple of things that are on this document.
God.
Okay?
No, why are you opening Roll20? That's not.
So did I send you over? Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. I tried to open it and it went to open up Roll20.
Weird.
Weird.
Because, you know.
Just making sure that that you got that, because yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a page, so there you go.
Where in. Just go, though. Don't mind me as I'm moving my stuff around now, because.
Yeah, sorry about that on Twitch. I had to find that, and I forgot that when I rebooted my computer, it closed down my Microsoft Word. I had it open and ready because I knew this was going to happen.
Yes.
Is Zoss back?
Almost.
Almost. Oh yeah, you're
There we go,
okay.
almost.
Roll20. Start loading.
Hey.
There we go. Cool. Yeah. So you guys notice Mulfin has this thing in his hands, and he is really inspecting it as he is taking his short rest. Anything the rest of
Mulfin?
you would be doing during your short rest as well?
Perception.
Okay. You can make a perception check. Anybody else? What perception wise? Is there just you're just looking into that world to see what's there?
Yes, I want to just keep an eye out for anything that looks ominous.
Okay.
Like really
Yeah.
ominous. More ominous than where we already are in a Lich's domain. So,
Calista, you do notice something familiar.
Okay.
On the right hillside, there seems to be a part of the path that looks like it breaks off from the main path leading to the mausoleum.
Mm-hmm.
And that path takes you to where it looks like there are 6 gravestones in a circle. It looks like that place
The vision. Yep.
that you got the vision of when you tried to attune to the dagger a long time ago.
Okay. I had a feeling. I was actually going to ask you that before when you said there's graveyard, like gravestones, and I was like,
But it's strange because the strange thing is you don't know if this is a world. You don't know if this is something that was created. I mean, it's odd. You don't know if this was a magical place. It's really strange. You've never seen anything like this.
If the mausoleum's straight ahead, is the graveyard off to the right?
The graveyard is all around you. It's everywhere.
Okay, but the six gravestones that I
it's like
recognize
really distinct. It's off to the right. Yeah, it's like it's like on top of one of the hills. It's too far away to be able to read the names.
Okay.
But I have an eagle mask, so I can see.
Oh yeah. You do have the eagle mask. Yeah, you can see far away. It's the same from before. You see the same names. Those same 6 names.
I can see objects as small as 2 feet across. So
yeah, the names are still kind of small from that distance.
Okay.
But you do see the same names: Umi, Oriel,
Mhm.
Lucia, and you see the backs of the other stones, but you can make the
Assume.
assumptions that they are the
Yeah.
other 3 names.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna keep my eyes trained from the mausoleum to that grave site because that's
That's where you
red flag
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me. So I'm just concentrating on what I'm watching.
Okay, perfect. Anybody else have anything in particular they're doing on their short rest?
Healing.
Healing. Yeah,
Healing.
healing up.
Everyone got 3, right?
Yep.
Yes.
3
I'm
for
back
the
to
Song
full.
of Rest as
Good.
you guys hear Anastasius just kind of singing a little
Playing his
piece,
bandolin thingy.
playing his and singing a little peaceful tune as you guys relax. Anastasius, even though he's trying to keep this peaceful melody going, he keeps pondering and
It's
looking
pretty
over
somber.
to Molfin occasionally as he's holding on to this wet black material that is in his hands.
Yeah. That can't be good.
Matthew, did you get a chance to read that document? You might be muted if you're talking.
Muted.
Again.
What if we ever do the bingo thing? That's gonna have to be on there.
Yeah, it is. That's
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
That's my first choice for the bingo card. Is that one?
Yeah.
Matthew's
That's like
mic
the
is
center.
muted. Everybody, I got one.
It should just be the free space because it always happens.
Yeah, that's a free space. Yeah.
Thanks, JJ.
Everyone gets that one. Did you get a chance to read that?
Yeah, the only
Yeah.
there's only one thing on there that has me concerned.
I know which one it is.
From a player standpoint.
I know there is one on there that I feel like you would have an issue with. And before you actually attune to it, you would probably know that.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds phenomenal. Like you should have definitely taken this.
Like how the
We
DM's
should've
like,
went on-
you don't have to
Have
do it.
to.
if
You
You
don't
don't
have to do it.
Like we
Because
should have went on this whole
technically,
adventure.
identify takes less time than attuning.
So this is all a great experience, guys. I think as a total.
I mean,
I'm gonna let the dice decide.
No, don't let the dice
Oh.
decide. I think
I'm
that
gonna
you
roll a
should
flat
decide.
D20.
Okay.
Odd.
Odd.
Odd, we stick with the statement is made and its attunement. Even, we'll go through and do the identify.
Even do the identify.
This could be big.
Oh, jeez.
This could be real big. Oh man, I can't watch.
Identify.
Ooh, so you're just
Ooh.
identifying it during your short rest.
Yep.
I was starting to sweat because I know exactly what that document says. Okay. Yes. Molfin.
Does anyone have Zos back?
Yeah.
Huh?
I
I
don't
see it.
have her
Connect.
video, but I have her.
Okay,
Really?
that's
Yeah.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought that I had. I can see myself, so I was like,
I see you, Zos.
I'll reconnect.
I might have to reconnect as well. So.
Oh, there,
No,
Oh, there
she
you
is.
go.
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
We just had to reconnect.
Okay, cool, cool.
I got it.
Molfin, this is a very dark magical artifact.
Right up his alley.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
It has extensive power, but with great consequence.
Great.
And
Right up his alley.
Yeah.
and you also know that there are abilities of this particular shroud that can get more powerful in conjunction with other artifacts.
Great. Gotta collect them all now. Cause why not? Just
Gotta catch 'em all.
Which your intelligence would tell you.
You know nothing?
Your innate
Well,
magical intelligence and being a level 8 experienced wizard would tell you that something like this would be extremely coveted. And whoever is wanting this or desiring this probably wants the package deal.
What's the package deal? Do we know the package deal? Yeah.
Meaning-
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Wow. Wowie.
Great.
But Callista, you don't.
Exactly what Wolf
Callista,
needs.
even your perception during your short rest, just nothing but ravens and crows flying around. Very creepy, wind blowing, cold air.
To be honest, she's not at all bothered by the ravens.
Yeah, ravens. I mean, probably the more so is just the. Other than ravens, there really isn't any other sign of life. It's kind of odd.
Okay.
You know.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Does it I have a question. When I had that vision, did it have the same atmosphere, like the same darkness to this?
It did, yeah.
Okay.
It was hard to like during that vision. A lot of the beyond, like the grave site,
Right, it was all
dark and
obscured, right?
obscured. Yeah, it was like blackness.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you were there, but you weren't really. It was kind of this weird kind of.
It's like when Harry Potter sticks his head into that.
Yeah, kind
that
of
water
just like
and
that.
like gets the vision of Dumbledore and
Exactly.
stuff. It's kind of like
I
that
got a
faded.
drawing of everything.
Oh yeah, you figured it out. Nice.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's cool.
That is very cool. I love
Send
it.
me a picture of that.
Yeah, put that up
Okay.
on the Discord.
Yeah, I want to see that because I don't.
I
have
think you
edits.
drew it better than I explained it, so that's good.
So, what are we gonna do now? Are we gonna go
Mm-hmm.
inside?
Yeah, let's do it, right?
Which means I have to recast locate object, which I will do.
Muffin's gonna slip the shroud back into his inside his robes.
Okay.
And when everyone seems to be healed up a bit, I'm gonna start walking towards the mausoleum where I'm getting the ping because I
Okay.
I'll be right
recast.
behind her.
You guys just following along?
There you go.
I love
tell Brock to
the
sit
dagger.
close.
Dagger behind the girl's back with the king. That's awesome. Brock and Dorn follow along. It's like a light. The dirt is almost like a rocky gravel underneath you as you guys walk, and the crumpling of that gravel kind of crunches, and the sound of it is just exaggerated in between the calls of the ravens. Is really, other than the wind blowing in between the tree branches, those are the only sounds. You make your way across the first hill, you make your way to the second, and then you reach that point where the trail leads off to the right, and you can see those 6 gravestones up ahead, with the mausoleum on that third hill beyond. You're going to keep on going to the mausoleum?
Yeah, I'm going towards the ping.
Okay. You guys make your way and you approach a mausoleum. The door seems to have 2 double doors that are closed, but it almost seems like one is just pressed in just a little bit. It's just ajar, just a tiny bit.
Lachlan, can you just double check that it's not trapped?
Of course.
Okay. Investigation check.
Hey.
Nailing it, buddy.
Lachlan's pretty sure
Perfectly
this
safe.
thing is not trapped.
I
Alright.
will push the door open.
It starts to opens quite easily, surprisingly. And there's a staircase once again that leads down.
Why so many staircases going down to the pits of, like, hell?
Very dark, cold air
Yeah.
hits you, Callista, and blows your hair a little bit as you open the door and stand in the top of the staircase.
You look very dramatic.
I always look dramatic with my cloak, so it's really not.
That's true.
Yeah, the only way you
So
notice the wind is it's just a little bit more of a
Colder.
gust, a little bit colder, it's a
Yeah.
little bit more of a gust that hits you from what you're used to.
Have you seen my outfit? Oh my god, it's freezing in here.
Oh, poor baby. Yeah, my bad.
Are you still wearing the chieftain's, like, didn't you pick up his
Oh yeah.
his like
Oh yeah, my chieftain.
your chieftain thing? You
hat.
threw the
Yes.
you threw the axe, I think.
Yeah, I do have the chieftain.
You whipped the axe back at the dragon, rolled like a crit
Yeah.
on it or something.
Yes. I
I
do have my
just-
chieftain hat.
I go in. Yep.
All right, you start to go down. Does everybody follow?
Yeah, I'm right there.
I would like to stealth.
Keep an eye
just
out.
in case.
Okay.
Okay, I'll stealth.
Molfen is sort of somewhat absently following behind.
Oh, look, I crit failed twice.
Wow.
Ooh.
As you're walking slowly, Ashlyn literally rolls down the steps.
Oh.
Oh my god.
And rolls past Callista's. Callista's sneaking down. Right by you.
Ashlyn, are you okay?
I don't know. Diana.
And as she's rolling, bumps into Diana and takes Diana's legs out from under her. And Diana begins to roll down the stairs too.
I'm like pressed against the wall watching this chaos happen. I'm like, I'm super quiet. You guys are insane.
This is going great.
Wow, you guys. Wow.
Molfen, even though he's trying to be quiet, he seems a little bit disturbed ever since the short rest that he took. Maybe about his discovery. So his steps aren't as light as they probably could. Callista and Lachlan are pretty quiet, but the fact that we got
the 18 is Anastasia's. I'm the 20.
Oh yeah, you're the 20. Yeah, you guys are fine, but Ashlyn and Diana both go rolling down the steps, and to a what looks to be, and all of a sudden you guys feel what seems to be a pile of bones.
Ooh, that was gross.
Molfen will be happy to see that.
Diana, you just turn your head and there's a skull, a human skull looking at you face to face as you lie prone on the floor.
Okay, can I just punch it?
Yeah, you punch it. It goes rolling across the floor, and you notice it rolls into a pile on the other side of bones.
I want to get up and like scramble. You know, like how in the movies where they scramble backwards and everything. That's my goal. I want to just scramble against a wall.
Okay.
This is an entire episode of just pure anime right now.
You scramble against the wall and you bump into something.
Something or someone.
And then all of a sudden this skeletal hand just falls down on your shoulder.
I get up and I run.
Poltergeist.
And then Ashlyn and Diana, you both
bloody murder.
You both hear from beyond the chamber. Is that you? Have you come to test me? Cruella, is that you? Show yourself.
I step forward.
And as you step forward, you see there's a green glow from beyond. And you look, and before you stands a figure, holding a staff. It has 3 skeleton heads. The middle one is wearing a bejeweled crown. The one to the right is wearing an eye patch. And the one on the left has a bright green mohawk. It is standing there in heavy plate mail armor. With the gaps in the armor are draped with purple decorative robes that fall out from in between parts of the armor. It kind of looks like Skeletor. But with 3 heads.
Wait, what was on the left head?
What was that?
What was on the left head? I got the mohawk and I got the crown.
The eye patch.
An eye patch
Okay.
over one of the eye areas.
Okay.
Sexy.
Am I getting a ping from him?
No, you're getting a ping beside the statue that's standing next to him on a pedestal. It is a statue of a gorgeous, young human woman. She's standing there with both hands clutching something in the center above her chest. And you can see that there are 2 strands that lead up from where she's clutching. She's completely stone. and he is going,
Okay.
and he is basically taking his hand up on the pedestal, and he is kind of caressing her foot.
Can I prepare fireball?
You can, yes.
I prepare fireball.
Okay. You technically you're you casting? I mean, how are you?
No, simply holding on to it.
Technically, your fireball's already prepared, right? You have your prepared spells, so technically,
that is true.
So,
Can I have it on hold for when I'm ready? Can I hold an action for when I am ready to?
Sure.
Thank you.
Just ask, who are you?
If there's any funny movements, if any of them look at me funny.
Kruella's gone.
Gone. What do you mean she is gone?
Hey, I'm Ashlyn.
I know what this is.
Who are you? No, you don't. Who are you?
Me?
Yes. Let's talk about you.
Let's talk about
I just want to get to know you.
My name is Traxel.
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 Rex.
That's a powerful name there. Yeah, Traxel.
This is some type of test, isn't it?
No test.
Kruella
no
is
games.
testing my abilities to protect the statue.
No.
Molfin's going to reach into his robe.
Give you a break for your work and job satisfaction.
We're giving you a raise, buddy.
So you can go on out of here and just, do whatever you do, Traxel, for fun.
I've been here.
For fun.
I've been here for thousands of years.
Probably petting that foot.
Did Kruella prison
Would you
you
like
here?
to pet another foot?
Kruella promised for my protection that she would bring me her magical secrets, which will make me more powerful.
About that.
And you've been here for thousands of years.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
where are these secrets?
She has given me some.
Gramps.
Some ain't all. Wouldn't you prefer a leader that actually followed through on their promises? I don't know.
I'm going to hold the dagger.
To Gauntlgrim. Vacation to Gauntlgrim.
So you hold
And
the
Molfin's
key.
going to pull out the shroud.
You want
gonna
somewhere with
pull out my
vacation
quarterstaff.
days. That's where you want to work.
Yeah.
He looks at Diana. He looks over at Molfin holding the shroud. Did you put it away, Molfin?
It's once he makes eye contact with it, right back into the robes.
She's gone.
That's a new trick.
The secrets are now mine.
I am the captain now.
What is it that you have come here for? What do you seek?
I think you know.
I don't know.
I put the dagger away.
He looks up at the sculpture, looks back at you, and he's like, "She is mine. You cannot have her. She will always be mine."
Perhaps we could renegotiate that sentiment.
What is it that you have for me?
Well, y'all took my umbrella.
Freedom from the chains of serving a cruel and cruel master who kept secrets from you that she promised you for thousands of years. You have turned to bone, and in another 1,000 years you will turn to dust, and you will only know a fraction of what she's promised you. Wouldn't you prefer to go somewhere with more satisfaction? Somewhere with someone more powerful than she?
He turns.
Have you heard of our Lord and Savior Elmater?
He just looks at you awkwardly, Ashlyn. He turns.
Consider converting to the lovely Omater.
It's kind of odd because the three skeletal heads are like just inspecting the room, and with all you standing there, he turns around and he brushes the leg of the statue again, And then as he's brushing the leg, he's talking towards you, but he's looking up at the woman. And he's like, I would rather spend eternity trapped here with her than choose freedom without.
Did you love her?
I have grown to love her. She's all I've known.
Have you two like done the do?
No, has she always been stoned?
Asking a skeleton.
What is it that you mean?
Oh, God damn it! Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Diana, say it out loud.
Freaking three-headed
Have you
skeleton.
ever, you know, like a boner, boner,
Pro boner.
He looks down at his skeletal hands.
I just was wondering if your love had been made physical. Never mind. After thousands of years, you must get warm.
My love for her is trapped in stone.
That's a shame.
What if we could free her from stone?
What if her remains could be made like you?
What if this guy's just creepy and we should kill him?
Are you saying that out loud, Ashlyn?
Can I whisper it to Callista?
Sure.
What if this guy is creepy and we should just kill him?
Give us a minute. There's a possibility of that, but let's give us a minute.
Can you tell me what's on the statue again? What she's holding?
It's like a necklace, right?
She has a
it's a
necklace, but you can't see it because it's
She's
underneath.
like, because if this is, I'm wearing a necklace, so she's like
She's
this.
gripping it with both hands, but she's standing there just staring straight forward, blank expression on her face.
Does this appear to be the same thing that happened to Clarion?
Make an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I still have inspiration. Let's see.
Yep.
Okay.
You think so? Yes.
Okay.
This is not a statue. This is someone.
Oh, why am I just out of this level range? I'm so mad.
That's been turned to stone. And you start to get the idea now. The way this lich is protecting her investment is she is encapsulating the gems in these women and turning them to stone to protect her gems.
This is a moral dilemma. Oh my god. This is such a moral dilemma.
We can fix Diana if we, do something bad here, right?
But if there's a potentiality that we'd be killing an innocent person who's a victim of this just as I am, and how Kella is, I don't want to take that chance.
And because of your knowledge of what this guy has told you, this person has been turned to stone for
thousands of years.
For a long time.
Everyone she knows is dead, What kind of life is she going to live?
Yeah.
She could live a wonderful life where she just, learns the modern world.
But
given the way my party is discussing, can I renegotiate my choice back then? That little hang-up point may not matter with the way this party's acting.
It just may you may have to put that on, Molfin.
In order to survive my own party, man. It's rough in here.
Molfin, your intelligence tells you as well, as you are starting to get the idea of what's going on here. Did you say you had some books about that hand back at your
way back, yeah.
Way back.
I knew little bits about it.
Okay.
Not much, but a little bit.
You know that the little bit that you know about liches, they don't make finding their phylactery or being able to destroy it easy by any means.
So this guy's gonna defend this statue to his death.
How large is this creature?
How what?
How large is this three-headed individual?
I don't believe he's a little bit bigger than you guys, but I think he still classifies as a medium. Let me
he's medium, so he's bigger than me.
He's bigger than you, but as far as the the others, yes, he's medium. So he probably stands about 6 foot, 6.5 feet. Something like that.
Can we ask Dorn if he has the ability to greater restoration her?
Dorn!
Yes.
Do you have the ability to cast greater restoration?
I do.
How would you like?
That is the extent of my ability, though. With Elmater, I can only do it once a day.
Great.
Well, that's how many gems are there? 4, and then if they're all trapped in stone like this, we would only need to be here 4 days, but we have no idea if the Lich will come back in that time.
But at least we'll have freed more than one person.
At least we will have broken more gems, so she will be less powerful, maybe?
Yes?
And we could recruit these women that she has frozen and the skeletons that guard them into our defense. Potentially, if we are very persuasive.
Diane, I do not believe, and Molfin's going to try to say this as quietly as possible to her, I do not believe that after being imprisoned in stone for thousands of years, that this young woman is really going to want to stay around with this being. If we're going to bring her back, we must deal with him.
Well, she cannot be turned to stone again. She's going to have her gem broken or whatever. All power will be removed from her.
And then she'll want to leave, and this creature will not want her to.
Ooh,
or maybe she'll want to make a stand against Cruella, and so will the creature because it is so in love with her.
Then you hear the creature talking to the statue, and you hear him say, "Oh, no. Evelina, do you remember the time they found out about her? Do you remember the time they tried to come and stop her? They barged in one by one. And look at them." And he points down to the ground at the piles of bones on the floor.
All
around.
About them.
It's like they brought the whole army. And they all fell. Every one of them. They will not take you. They cannot take you. Because you are mine.
Whoa.
Don't you want her to be alive and not stone?
He's not alive.
Wouldn't you rather love living flesh?
He looks at you, Diana, and he's like, look at me.
Yeah.
Look at her. Do you think she would love me if she knew?
We don't know. We don't know. But as long as you hope.
Give her a choice to try.
He just looks at you all. All three skeletal faces kind of beam on you, Callista and Diana. Don't be a fool. Don't be like them. And he points down to all the skeletal remains piled in all these different piles on the floor. You see old, decrepit weapons from ages ago that have long since broken on the floor.
Let's go try a different door.
Yeah.
Molfin's going to look at Anastasius. Anastasius, do you by chance have the ability to cast any sort of enlargement spell?
You'd think he would do that.
Oh, I think that would definitely be in his arsenal.
I mean, technically he should have one more spell, but I haven't chosen for him because he hasn't leveled up his character.
Well, why don't we nope one out of here, and we can nope somewhere else?
And come back. Save this one for last.
I may have an idea if Anastasius can figure out if he has this ability.
Let's see how many places we can nope on out of today.
Here's what I don't understand. We've already killed the Lich, so why does her skeletal creature still follow her? And I want to say this loudly and pointedly to the skeletal creature. Not to him, but so he hears me.
He's got a name, Traxel.
She is not dead. I know she is not dead. Because my love is still protected. The only way this Lich can die is if I fail.
Oh, something's connected in my brain. She stole the love parts of our souls, and their guardians love them.
Oh, that makes sense.
He does not. No, I don't think he has that ability. Even if he were, he would have had to taken it earlier because it's a magical secret spell. Because it's a sorcerer wizard spell, not a bard.
Fair enough.
Let's go kill your love thing, Diana, so you can love again.
Is there a Diana world with a Diana statue?
No, my stone is right here. Maybe we should just break my stone and kill a stone and get a head start on all this. And then maybe I'll be more amiable to killing all of these statue people.
Well, maybe that'll weaken her. Right?
It could. If it comes down to it, if we run out of time and she pops back up, break my stone.
No.
No, yes.
Kella's first?
Yeah,
No.
let's break Kella's first.
Poor Kella.
We are standing in front of a 3-headed skeleton.
Yes, we are. You mean Traxel.
And
Oh, he doesn't have ears.
we are arguing over
Yes.
which stones to break first, and he can...
Sorry, I was
Assuming
reading. I
he
wasn't
hears us.
listening.
Oh, yeah.
I am assuming he can hear us arguing over when to come back and murder him to steal the stone out of his love.
We never said we would murder him, Molfen. Don't you put words in our mouths.
I am giving him the
evil
choice
wizard.
to follow us instead of fight us.
He does not seem to want to follow me.
Doesn't seem like an us.
Did he say he wanted to follow you or not follow you?
He's not seemed to have taken his gaze, all 3 skeletal faces, off of this statue. Even in the midst of your arguing, he's just sitting there. He slowly kind of walks around it, and there is a worn out path around this statue where
So
he
creepy.
has been walking around it.
It's like something out of a myth or a legend.
Molfin's going to take a couple of steps forward and try to signal this individual. If I may, I would like to examine your love with your permission, of course.
You will not touch her.
No, not a hand, nothing but my eyes.
Oh. Yeah.
Creepy. So creepy.
I wish I had
They're both-
real eyes to see her with.
That is sad.
Yeah, you can look at her. He looks like he's trying to make sure that you keep a safe distance.
Yeah, I'm going to get as close as it seems he will allow me towards the front of this where the gem is held.
Okay. He
Is
lets you
there
get about
any-
10 feet to like where the worn out part is, like around it. But he won't let you go past his zone, like that 10 foot around the sculpture.
So Molfin's going to look from this distance and is, again, sort of walking that little half circle to see the front. Can I see any glimmer or anything of that gemstone within the hands?
Make a, let's call this a investigation check, as you're trying to get a little bit more clues on what's going on here.
Okay. Investigation. Did we have advantage from last time we were all together, or no? I can't remember.
Did you have
I
a
think we
DM's
did. Wait,
inspiration?
who had the nat 20, by the way?
That's a good question. I don't have one up on the board. Huh. Who did have the nat 20?
I have no idea.
I don't either.
Did
And
we
her
give it to the
YouTube video
audience?
I can't remember. Maybe we didn't give a nat 20 last time. Well, you all have a point of inspiration if you'd like to use it.
Okay, so I'm going to burn that so this can be a straight.
Okay. Well, you guys took a the short rest doesn't get rid of your exhaustion. It has to be a long rest. Oh, yes, nice roll. As you're looking around, it looks like that I believe the way the spell works is that when someone is turned to stone, everything that they are wearing is also turned to stone. So as you're looking, you don't see any glow of a gem or anything within, but it's really hard to see. You can see parts of the amulet, but it's stone as well.
Molfin's going to walk back over to Callista. It appears everything is stone, including the gem she has clasped to herself.
That's what I thought.
So does that mean we should break it or not?
No, that means
We would have to
responsibility
shatter
to break
her chest to break the stone.
Oh. Why
Which
didn't
we need to do to kill the... Or we need to deal with this and have the holy man bring her back to...
I think that's the
Flesh and
better
blood.
option.
So we have to restore her anyways because of the stone. The stone can't be destroyed in its stone form and still have the same validity.
I could destroy the stone. I mean, any one of us could. It would also destroy her chest and sternum and heart and everything within.
And we'd have to fight homeboy over here.
Okay.
The problem with that is we won't know if we're exactly hitting the stone and shattering it correctly. Like, stone doesn't always break the way you want it to. So I think
I could just throw a fireball at it.
But it
Episode
doesn't
title.
have
And
the
whisper.
soul inside.
Episode
because
title.
it's not-
Stone doesn't always break the way you want it to.
That's it. Yeah, I like it.
Diana, why do you insist on wanting to blow this poor woman up?
I don't insist on wanting to blow the poor woman up. Don't put words in my mouth.
Not so loud.
So
Just said you wanted to throw a fireball at her.
That was under the question. That was under the question of whether or not the stone would shatter. I was talking about the stone, not the woman.
So the stone has to be in living form to actually affect
That's
it.
what Callista's trying to say. Yes, that's exactly what
Okay.
Callista's trying to say.
We have
Okay.
to use greater restoration anyways. Wow.
Okay, so
I
let's
really didn't prepare for this.
should we
We're really under leveled for this.
why don't
Lock-
we each take a head?
Lachlan, do you by chance have one of your handy little crossbows prepared?
I mean, I'm armed to the teeth, Gramps.
Perhaps we should try something we haven't done in an age.
Oh, that!
Shall we turn out the lights?
Uh-huh. I do have a hand crossbow that I stole from Kello a while ago.
Whatever you have that will put a projectile in air for me to.
Absolutely. Are we doing this, Gramps? Are we doing this?
Are we gonna?
Where am I aiming? Where am I aiming?
Molfin's going to look over at Callista. Do you think you could get Dawn to the statue and out in the confusion?
It's gonna be tough, but
He's got 3 heads. They're all gonna look at
That's what his
different-
eyes see.
Oh
Who
yeah.
knows?
Maybe you
If I
can
have
see the
my
dark
way,
one.
nothing.
But
Like,
I'm going to. Okay, I have a plan. Ashlyn, I'm going to whisper this as quietly as possible. Go over there on the opposite side of us and try and distract him. Talk to him. Just ask him about himself. You know, get to know him.
Okay, I'm really good at that.
Can I go with her?
So, Traxel, how long have you been a pirate?
I wanted her to go like opposite, like leave our little huddle and go
Okay.
engage with him.
I go over there.
A pirate.
So, a pirate or a king or a Mohawk fellow? I mean, that's pretty punk rock.
Mohawk fellow.
Very progressive of you. I like the punk rock look, personally. That looks good on you.
I'm quietly loading my hand crossbow.
Okay.
I am grabbing Dorn by the wrist. I'm leaving Brock with Anastasius towards the back of the group.
Okay.
Grabbing Dorn and telling him to be ready to cast the restoration when I say.
Okay, do you think this is a good idea? You want me to get closer to that thing up there?
I will protect you.
So Traxel,
Okay.
you want to
Better.
touch like human skin for the first time in like 2,000 years? Are you good?
Gramps, what am I shooting
What?
at?
What are you?
You're not
He
human.
looks at you. Ashlyn looks down at you. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
Like
In the
human
middle.
skin? Oh no, my thing crashed.
Yeah.
Oh,
and all of a sudden, Ashlyn bamps out of the world and bamps back in.
Oh no!
You see how powerful I am? I can make you disappear.
Molphin is starting to cast a spell and then holding it for when the arrow is midair.
Okay.
Okay.
Drexel's just
And
looking
I-
at you, Ashlyn, saying, I am not just a pirate. I'm not just a king. I am everything.
I'm
Are-
aiming
are
at
you
Drexel's
a-
head.
Poet?
I
I
am
bet you
as
could be a
well.
poet. Maybe you're a poet and you just don't know it.
And I sent all of them to hell. And he
And if
pointed-
you send us hell, I'm gonna
Question.
fire.
Wait.
Oh, you're firing?
I had something wait, while she's having this conversation and I'm dragging, because I'm assuming Ashlyn's on this side, they're in the middle, and then I'm taking Dorn this way towards like on the other side of the statue.
Okay.
And while I'm taking Dorn, I'm casting Passive Without a Trace on me and Dorn to get closer to the statue while they're doing their plan.
Okay. Make a stealth check, and Dorn's gonna make a stealth check too.
Oh, great.
Um,
Old man priest.
let's see how Dorn does.
20.
A 20.
Yeah, with the plus 10.
Okay. Oh, 20 with the plus 10?
Yeah.
Okay. As Ashlyn is talking to their...
You like books? I've got this book. It's a really good read. It's about book on phase spider venom.
Immediately,
Really?
the mohawk head turns towards the other side of the statue and says, "Don't step any closer." And there goes that's the arrow.
Yep.
All right.
And then darkness gets cast on the arrow.
Okay, make your roll.
I need to burn a point of luck.
Burn a point of
And
luck.
this time I'll use my inspiration.
Okay, you can do it. It's a good thing you did. It's a good thing that you did. Okay, you can go ahead and roll your damage for this.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're actually attacking this guy.
Oh, I am? I kicked
Well,
him in
I
the
am.
head. Okay.
Okay, you guys watch as this arrow comes flying out of nowhere, hits inside the eye socket of the pirate head,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden this darkness goes.
Well, I didn't see that coming.
Ashlyn, you see nothing but darkness, black.
This is... Thanks, guys.
Can I not have Fireball prepared and instead cast Guardian of Faith around the two that are near the statue?
Because we're technically in initiative order right now, you have to do it on your turn. So I need everybody to go ahead and
Okay.
roll initiative since the attack was thrown out there. So if you guys could roll initiative, and Sarah, if you could hit the reconnect button for me real quick to see if your
Okay.
cam comes back for me. You guys can go ahead and roll your initiatives.
Christy, you rolled low.
Brock!
Yeah.
Oh, Brock, wow.
Strong. Let's go. Oh wait, are we gonna call these disadvantaged?
No,
Whoa.
we're not. Oh, nice. So the
Go,
highest
Ashlyn!
I'm seeing right there is the 25.
25, a 22, a 21,
25,
a 19, a 15. Jesus.
19.
The lowest is Christy.
Yep.
Does each head get its own initiative?
No.
Who
I
cares?
know.
It's got an arrow in it.
12 and then a 3, right? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, I'm the 3.
Mm-hmm.
19 is Anastasius.
19 is Anastasius?
Yep.
Okay. Brock is the 22. 25 is Ashlyn. 21 was Lachlan. The 15 was Molfin. The 12...
Come on, man, 15.14.
The 12 was Diana. It doesn't matter, nobody tied. And 3 was Callista. All right. First on the initiative order is Ashlyn. You actually get the jump on things. But unfortunately, it is completely dark. You don't see anything.
Do I know that he was right in front of me?
You do.
You were trying to reach out to let him touch your hand.
Yeah. I'm going to cause a bolt of lightning to leap from my staff's tip in a line that is 5 feet long and 120 feet long? Wait, 5 feet wide.
Okay. These
lightning strike.
Just remember that all these are going to have disadvantage because you cannot see. You're in magical darkness.
I think it's a dex save, isn't it?
It's a dex save. I think it's a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
When you're casting at darkness, does he get advantage on the save? Is that how it works, or is it just a standard save regardless? Matthew, have you ever come into contact with that?
I haven't run into it.
Okay.
I would call it well, yeah, it's hard because
I'll just make a single roll. That's dex save?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys don't see the source of this, but all of a sudden a lightning bolt shoots out of the back of this circular darkness. What is the save DC for this?
Lightning!
17.
17.
Nice.
Wow. He fails.
Nice.
So you, casting the energy out of the staff, lightning goes shooting towards the direction where you last saw him, and you hear as this just completely gets consumed by the lightning.
More burning hair because he has a mohawk.
Yeah, a little bit of burning old dusty hair. 34 points of lightning damage. Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
My turn.
GG.
That is really good. Excellent.
Yay! And that's my turn.
That's your turn, okay?
And I stand there.
Just standing there ready to go. Awesome. Keep track of your charges on your staff too, or what your abilities are. Okay, that brings us to Brock. What would Brock do, Lachlan, in this situation?
My suspicion is he would run.
Oh, I forgot to roll initiative for Dorn.
Oh.
Brock is with Anastasius, by the way. He's probably standing right behind.
Maybe hiding behind Anastasius.
You know what?
Probably clinging to him, hiding.
Yeah,
because I rolled the same initiative as Diana. Diana, I'm going to let you kind of control your mentor. Okay.
Oh no!
So
help
Diana
me.
and Dorn
God,
kind of come together. Okay. What'd you say Brock was going to do again? Sorry, I was distracted.
Hide behind Anastasius and say, "Don't turn me into a skeleton pile."
Okay, that sounds good. Yes, that sounds like what he would do. I'm getting out of here alive. Is he gonna fire anything? Well, he can't see him.
Right, he would probably ready an action if something approaches him.
And it's dangerous to fire into there because Ashlyn's in there somewhere.
That's true. He would probably ready an action to dash.
Okay, ready to dash. Got you. That brings us to Lachlan. You are up after he says that.
All right. Ashlyn, sorry! And I'm going to fire into the darkness.
That's fine.
Okay, make your attack with disadvantage.
Alrighty. Did I get the sense when I hit this thing with the hand? I couldn't see you, right? When I hit it with the
really
hand,
couldn't see the impact. It just completely got engulfed as soon as it hit.
Not knowing if I need to be magical or not, I'm just going to continue attack with a hand crossbow, and it's a 12.
A 12, you see it go into the darkness, and you're not sure if it hit or not.
I hope it didn't hit Ashlyn and turn.
Yeah, this just disappears, and you're going to kind of stay put at a distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because your hand crossbow is basically right about 10 feet on the edge. You'd have to be right about 10 feet on the edge because your range is only 30 feet basically, or it's disadvantage anyway at a longer range. So
I'm gonna get closer to this thing a little bit.
Okay, closing in.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Anastasius would be up next.
Okay.
Oh, right. I get deflect missiles, by the way, in case you guys want to shoot stuff.
He's actually just, for the moment, he's going to, because he can't see anybody, but because Brock is touching him. He's going to cast Calm Emotions on Brock.
Okay, sounds good. Does Brock have to make a save? Because he probably wouldn't know this was happening, so he'd probably go ahead and make the save.
It is a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Do you have access to that, MG? Is MG away from his keyboard right now?
AFK.
Yeah, I think he is.
MG.
What would the spell save DC be on that?
16 or 17?
He fails, so his emotions are calmed.
Yay!
He's like, oh, wow, I feel like slightly less scared than I did before. This is strange. Lachlan, what happened?
He's gonna.
Good for you.
Anastasius is gonna tell him to be prepared to help Callista when we can see.
Brock would nod.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Brock nods. Yeah. So that brings us to Molfin. If Anastasius is going to stay put where he's at.
How far away was he in relation? Because he was a little bit behind Molfin and Lachlan.
I would say when you guys stepped down the stairs, he was probably about 50 feet away, but some of you had moved forward, closing the gap. And this spell, I believe, is a 20-foot radius of darkness.
15 foot, so
15,
it's basically a 30-foot orb.
Yeah, it's like
with this.
It's a 30-foot orb with it right in the middle with Ashlyn stuck next to it.
Okay, then yeah, he will stay close to Brock.
Okay.
Kind of give him moral support. Like wrap his tail around his leg.
For some reason, I'm calmed by this. I don't understand why.
I have that effect on people.
This is I've never felt this way. This is really strange.
Wouldn't be the first or the last time he's heard that.
That brings us to Molfin.
Oh, okay. Well, Molfin is going to look over at Lachlan and sort of laugh a little bit and say, "Suppose if you can make the attempt." Apologies, Ashlyn. And one hand over the crystal on top of the staff, and then reaching a hand out and going to fire off a firebolt at this creature.
Okay. Make your attack with disadvantage because you can't see it.
It's a 17.
Jeez.
A 17 with disadvantage. The fire disappears into the darkness. You're not sure if it hit or not.
Apparently I've missed. I don't smell anything burning.
Just like last time we tried this.
I don't think it works really well.
But if it allows him
to
get there and get her out.
We just need to distract it. It's good stuff coming from over where we are.
Okay.
Maybe it will hear the noise. And then Molfin's going to walk over, pretty much follow the perimeter away from the statue a little bit. And like deliberately try to crunch and make more noise on the bones and stuff.
Okay. Sounds good. Crunching across the bones.
Yep. Staying just out of the darkness.
Just out of the darkness sounds good. It's the creature's turn.
Oh no.
No.
Now, you were making noise on purpose, Molfin, right?
Yes, it's like literally like stop.
Yep. Were you moving more to the right of the orb or more to the left?
So I think he's on to the like from where we're standing at the entrance. He was to the left of the statue, right?
He was, yes.
So circling to the left, basically trying to draw his attention further away from the statue.
Okay. Let me make a roll. Okay. All of a sudden, Molfin, you see what looks like a slit of bluish energy start to open up in front of you, outside of this orb. And it opens up, and you can see this, looks like blue lava glowing and moving and cascading this blue light onto your face. And you watch as the three-skulled face steps through this lava. And then you watch as it closes behind him and he stands in front of you. I too can cast spells, wizard.
Would that provoke an attack of opportunity for me? Because he walked away from me?
Let me double check, because he cast Dimension Door on himself.
Oh, okay.
He cast Dimension Door on himself?
He Dimension Doored.
But the arrow has the darkness.
The arrow is stuck in his face.
It is stuck in his face. Well, you know what? I'm going to make a roll to see if it stays in his face because it didn't have any flesh to stick into.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Lucky for you, I rolled low. So he tries the Dimension Door out of the darkness, but now Ashlyn is not in the darkness anymore. Molfen is.
You
Oh,
are.
good. Oh,
But
yeah.
now
You saw this ripple open up, and then all of a sudden, Ashlyn, you can
that
see
was
now.
a stupid spell to waste at that level. I guess.
It's entertaining.
At that point, let me see.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, I've got choices.
Oh no. Lair actions.
We may have done something dumb.
Oh, I didn't even know he had that.
What?
Don't
No,
read
no.
more!
Oh, this is so good. This is juicy. You know what? That's going to end his turn.
Oh, I don't
No,
like
that's
that.
even worse than if he had done something.
Oh, I don't like that.
Diana and Dorn, you get to go next. You saw all of a sudden the magic orb disappeared, and then a blue light flashed, and then it reappeared on the opposite side of the room, farther towards where Molfen was going. Now you don't see Molfen anymore, but you see Ashlyn now. She's standing there
Molfen's gone?
No,
Molfen's in the darkness.
inside this
Okay.
black orb of magical darkness.
Okay. Is Dorn next to the statue by now, or does he speak?
He's still standing next to Callista by the time this started. So
How close did we get to the statue?
You got about 20 feet away from him. 20 feet away from her.
Let's go. Keep moving.
Yeah, I push Dorn and say, do it now.
Okay. He runs forward.
So Dorn will run and cast Greater Restoration on that. And then Diana simultaneously would like to run to Dorn if he's within my walking distance away from me, like 30 feet, and cast Death Ward on him so he doesn't die again.
Okay. Greater Restoration. Let me double check. One action, it's touch. View the creature with positive energy. Undo a debilitating effect. Yes.
This is what happened to Noah. That's why I know.
Yep, it's instantaneous. So Dorn runs up. You watch as he starts praying to Ilmater as he's running. Swiftly puts both hands on the feet of this woman. And you watch from the hands, this bright yellow energy starts to rapidly go from her feet all the way up. Legs. You can see that this beautiful purple dress that she's wearing starts to take color. As it gets up to the top, you can see that she is gripping this amulet and a beautiful human face with curly red hair. Clashes with the purple dress a little bit.
Same one with the rats and police are coming for you.
Yeah.
Turn her back into stone.
Please help us. As she starts to blink a few times, and then weak starts to fall towards Dorn.
Catch her.
Dorn reaches out, and Dorn is not a very strong individual.
No, Dorn.
And he kind of clampers. Let's see if he maintains his balance as he grabs a hold. He rolled an 18. He does. As he stumbles back, and he is holding this woman in his hands.
Rattlesnap.
What was that?
Like in the movie?
Yeah, just like in the movies. Yep.
Do you have long hair to blow in the wind?
It is that would probably be Dorn can back away a little bit, but that would probably be his whole turn right there.
Can he start dragging her back towards me?
Yeah, he's going to start kind of just rapidly, as quick as he can, kind of start moving her back to you.
Wait, before he does that, can Callista, do you want the gem or should I break it now?
I was gonna grab the gem as soon as I got to her.
Okay.
I'm right here. Am I right there? Because I moved 30 feet.
Yeah, you can run 30 feet.
I next
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're grabbing the gem?
Grab the gem.
Am I next to Dorn? Am I close enough to grab it?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah,
So
I'll grab the gem.
Okay. Yep. You get the gem?
If Callista's okay with me breaking.
Not yet. Just hold it for now.
Yeah.
Right. You can see that it's a nice amulet. It looks like some different carvings of birds with vines that wrap around this beautiful teardrop purple gem.
Pretty.
I do not feel comfortable being responsible for this.
I'll take it.
This woman looks exhausted, very tired, barely conscious as she is in Doran's arms.
That's why I don't want to break it yet.
Diana, is that the end of your turn?
No, I didn't. Did Dorn receive the death ward that I put on him, or
yeah? Did did you do that at the beginning of your turn?
Yeah, at the beginning of my turn, when I caught up with Dorn, I grabbed him and I casted death ward on him, and then I took the gem.
Okay, so that would be your whole turn then, to move, cast the spell, take the gem. So that would be all three of your actions. At the end of your turn, Diana, hearing this going on from the other side of the room, he cannot see you, but he can hear what's going on, and he's not happy, and he's going to use one of his legendary actions against you.
No!
Oh no!
No!
Creature does this to something it can see. Creature does this to something it can see.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
He's actually going to. What? Okay.
Am I safe?
He actually is going to move in your general direction. He can move his speed without provoking opportunity attacks by spending one legendary action. So, Molfin, you can now see again as the orb moves, and it moves across the room and now consumes the very edge. He can't get to you with all of his movement quite yet. He needs about 10 more feet, but you're just inside the edge, Diana, of the black orb, and Dorn and this woman are now encapsulated in it as well as he moves.
It took me my whole 30 feet to get there. Did it?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's actually Callista's turn next.
Okay. I'm rushing to the woman.
Okay.
They're about 10 feet from me now, right?
They're inside the darkness. So you're gonna have to go in it to find her.
Okay, I will do so.
So Callista dives into the dark.
Because I was the moment I saw her fall, that's where my eyes were trained. I haven't left that line of sight. I'm just going straight towards her.
Okay. I don't know how to roll for this. Let's roll a d4 for me.
Oh god.
Because you're going into darkness and there are 4 people within it. I'm not sure who.
But I know that they're on the ground. I'm going low.
Yeah, they're on the ground. Everybody's on the ground.
Like if I could feel if Dorn's holding a woman, I'm gonna grab her.
Okay.
Do I still roll a d4?
You're still gonna have to roll it because you can't see a thing in here. Even though you got an idea, it's still darkness.
Okay. I'm rolling a d4. 2.
A 2. Okay. You feel someone.
Does this feel like a girl?
Bony.
Feels like a girl.
Is she wearing plate armor?
Yeah, unfortunately she is.
God damn it!
You found Diana.
I was like, I'm looking at her, like, wait.
You're like, what is that? Oh,
I'm gonna reach around.
Yeah, Diana, you're being uncomfortably groped right now by Callista.
Oh, it's not comfortable. Okay, Callista.
Not the time, not the place.
Somehow Diana knew it was you.
I've dreamed.
I always wished for this day.
God damn it. Thank God she's
I've
in
had
darkness
this
because
dream.
she's blushing right now, but none of you can see
Nobody
it.
can see it. Yeah.
Callista, I've had this dream many times.
There is a hot springs up if we go up the.
Oh, Jesus Christ, we are in an anime. Wow.
Well,
Wowie,
folks,
guys.
where do we go from here? I'm not sure.
I don't even know. I don't even know what I wanted to do anymore.
You just end the night after that. It's done.
Oh,
Okay,
goodness.
well. Okay. I'm debating between two spells.
Make it so I can punch it.
Well, since I'm holding Diana,
Oh my
Can-
goodness.
can I-
No.
can I try and say give the stone to me and find her hand and grab the stone?
Yeah.
Sure, you can do that.
I hand
Okay.
off.
Hand off the stone. Okay.
And I will back up the remainder of my movement out of the darkness.
Okay, you come out of the darkness. Oh, I guess that was a bad sound effect for that. You just
Yeah.
back out of the darkness. Yeah, it's yeah. I need to work on. I need to work on that element of my game.
The Foley art, yeah.
Yeah, bad sound effects. Not
Yeah.
appropriate. Yeah, stop doing
Can
that,
I? Do I still have my action, or was that my action?
action?
Because she grabbed the stone. Can I grab the
You're
stone?
kind of moving around. I would probably say that would.
I just have one
probably,
thing I want to do.
You probably have a bonus action left if you'd like to do a bonus action, but that would probably take you a little bit of time grabbing, like,
Okay,
whispering,
okay.
grabbing the thing.
Okay,
and
okay,
backing
okay.
out. You got 6
So-
seconds.
Yeah, true. Very true. Very true. Good point. So when I'm out of the darkness, as far away as I can get out of the darkness,
Sure. Mm-hmm.
I will start to grab the dagger.
Okay. Yeah. You can get the dagger out. Yeah. All right. That takes us to the top of the order. Ashlyn, you can see Molfin.
But
You can see Lachlan.
Okay.
You can see Brock. You don't see Diana. You don't see Dorn. You don't see the creature.
I'm gonna run as far as I can between the darkness and Callista, so I can protect Callista in case the darkness moves towards her.
Okay. Yeah, you can take probably all your movement, but you can get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll hold an action to punch him.
Okay. Punch him. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Brock has been calmed. What would he do?
Oh man, he would probably want to try help make sure that Callista makes it safely to.
And that's
wherever-
what Anastasia's told him to do.
Okay,
Is
so
help
he
Callista.
runs forward and he's actually going to stand next to Ashlyn. Put like a wall between the darkness and Callista. The Ashlyn and Brock Zenturum wall.
Oh! The one time I actually appreciate Centurion right now, guys.
Yes.
The Zents have come to your rescue, Callista.
Oh.
Lachlan, get
Character
over here.
growth, guys. Character growth.
And I think that's all Brock would do. Maybe prepare his sword.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So Lachlan, you're up.
I'm joining the team.
Yeah.
Oh, so we've got 3 of you, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Brock, if we make
Wait.
it through this alive, you
I
gotta
was
join
gonna
us.
say,
Wait,
he's gonna be
please.
the seventh saint.
MG, please do that one more time.
What the
snake.
snakes?
Yes, that's it. Yes.
Yeah, Brock, if we make it through this alive, you're getting one of these rings.
They're pretty sweet.
He kind of looks at you and he's like,
Mm-mm.
you know
Yeah,
what?
that's the right finger.
For all this you put me through, I think I deserve one.
Okay, I appreciate the gratitude.
Brock, I'm gonna be a leader in the sense.
And he kind of takes his sword and he kind of swings it around a couple times like in a flare. He's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Brock.
I got it this time. Bring him on.
He's growing on me.
Oh, damn!
He's
Damn,
growing on me.
Daddy, get it.
Wow.
I still outrank you though. Just so you know.
He just looks at you with an awkward look, Ashlyn.
Yeah, that's okay. You'll get used to it.
And I'm gonna ready an action that if I have a shot at anything, I think is the whatchamacallit is that thing I'm going to shoot it.
Okay.
With a
Yeah,
hand crossbow.
that's the thing about this magic darkness. It stinks for the enemy, but sometimes it stinks for the good guys too. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like one of those catch-22. What do I do?
We just need to get out of here.
Yeah.
Anastasius is up, so I'm not sure what he would
Okay.
do.
He's also going to run to me. And yeah. Because I need a distance. So he's going to dimension door me to the stairs.
Okay.
Away from everybody. And before he goes, he will inspire Lachlan.
Anastasius.
All right. Lachlan, you are feeling inspired by Anastasius. Playing a
He
little,
always makes people feel that way.
playing you a little
Yeah.
soundtrack as he's dimension dooring.
The theme song of the snakes.
All right.
Yeah.
At the end of Anastasius's turn, you guys watch as the magical energy starts to move. It starts to move towards the doorway. And then all of a sudden, the creature is now revealed. Diana, you're out of the darkness.
Hello?
Who was standing? Was it? Well, Brock had moved. So basically, the darkness has moved. And the arrow is no longer in his skull cavity.
Oh no.
And that is the end of his legendary action that he just used.
Wonder what he did.
Took off
Well.
one of his heads and rolled it the other way.
He can do that.
No, I have no idea.
No, all three heads are still
That'd be-
there. All three heads.
That'd
are
be
still
hilarious, though.
There. That would be. Wouldn't it? He just one
That'd
head
be
is
great.
missing.
Like, you know what? I don't need this head. Two are
Who
still
needs
better.
this one? Okay. That brings us to Molfin. You're up.
So he's now visible now?
He's visible. Doesn't look too happy. He's looking for her. And I believe she dimension doored out. Right? Did you, Callista, did you dimension door her, or is she still with Dorn? Or you just dimension doored with the
She's
gem?
still with
Just
Thorn.
me.
Okay, perfect.
He's
Perfect.
still with Thorn.
No, but
She's
he's really mad. As mad as a skeleton can look. Without
I put angry
flesh.
eyes on my skeleton too.
Oh,
Angry eyes.
this would have been so much easier if you had just let us do this without you being able to see anything. But, as is all, I suppose, things must be done. And Molfin's going to look, and once more, hand on the crystal on the staff, muttering, looking at this individual, and going to cast Resilient Sphere on this three-headed individual.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. Dexterity.
And I am going to burn one of my portents
Okay.
so that he rolls a 12 on his saving throw
Rolls a 12. Excellent.
to fail and get stuck in an orb.
He's going to
Okay.
use one of his legendary resistances
Oh!
to succeed instead.
As quick as the orb forms.
Oh no.
Dang.
As quick as the orb forms, you watch as the flickering energy just starts to flickery out and just dissipate.
That was unexpected.
And he looks towards you and starts to go, you fool.
Apparently you do have at least one trick.
Oh!
Sick burn on the undead creature. Oh,
And
terrible.
Molfin's going to take 2 steps.
Your wounds for that burn, bro?
Molfin's going to take 3 or 4 steps forward.
Forward.
Yep, moving right towards him, trying to keep attention.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Because
Sounds great.
everyone's leaving the poor target right next to the big scary demon thing.
Right. It is his turn. So keeping your attention.
That's not good.
Yeah.
I forgot he had that too. That's brilliant.
Once per day.
Once per
Yeah.
day.
Disintegrate 8 people.
How convenient.
He takes this bone staff, face directly towards you, Molfin, slams it down on the ground. Some of the skeletal remains crackle underneath it. And he looks at you, and he just holds out a hand. Let's see.
And as he goes to, Wolfen's going to attempt to counterspell.
At what level are you casting your...
3rd level.
At 3rd level? Okay.
Yep.
So you're going to need to make a roll for me.
There. More than happy to.
And I believe Counterspell said it was a...
DC 10 plus spell level?
10 plus spell level, is that correct? 10
Yes.
plus spell level. Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to need to make, I think that's a Arcana. I think it's what you have to roll. Arcana.
Yeah.
Is it Arcana or is it just my spell?
No, it's Arcana.
It's an Arcana check, I believe, under Counterspell.
I'm pretty sure.
It says in there, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Okay, so it would be
so
without
it's
your proficiency. So it would be your plus your spell, so it would be plus whatever.
Yeah, just straight intelligence.
Ability check.
But it would be plus your spell check.
Well, my
too.
my spell bonus is intelligence plus proficiency.
Oh.
So if it doesn't include my proficiency, it's just an intelligence, but that's a 21.
21. As he holds out his hand.
Oh, wait, it's an ability check, so it's a 17. I'm still exhausted.
It's a 17.
Can I give him my inspiration?
Guess what? Guess what, Molfin? The 17 was the number exactly that you needed.
Oh!
This has level 7 spell.
So you watch as that energy starts to form at the end of his fingertip as he's pointing towards you. It looks like it's charging up, and this black glow starts to emerge from his finger. And as this beam starts to leave his finger towards you, you watch as it splits off into several directions and then just dissipates into nothingness, leaving just sparkles of magic energy that look like glitter falling to the floor.
Ooh, pretty.
So cool.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, crap! I was gonna cast blindness deafness on him. Never mind.
Well, leave that there to remind yourself for next time.
There we go.
I can't take this. This is so horrible.
So you guys can get an idea what this guy looks like. Imagine this guy with purple instead of green. Let me see if I can get it closer to you so you guys can see. That's what he looks like there. Can you see him?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a bamf.
Yeah. I like this guy a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I discovered him the other day as I was looking through one of my books, and I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I like this.
That's exactly what we need.
Yeah. We need that to flare up. But hey, everybody who's been hanging out with us Twitch, Cloppity has been hanging out with us in Twitch, I think the whole time. So thank you, Cloppity. I appreciate you hanging out with us. And we're just happy to be back. I mean, I'm just happy to be back.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time since I've gotten a chance to play and roll some dice, and just having you guys back together makes me so happy. We had a really great stream and game tonight, so make sure you guys tune in next time as we start our season 4. When we're going to be starting episode 60, guys.
Wow.
Next time. So
Wow.
that's going to be really cool. Really excited. Make sure you guys check the Proficiency Bonus Twitch channel and our Twitter account for the schedule of all of our awesome shows that we got streaming on Proficiency Bonus right now. We've got all kinds of campaigns going on right now. If I were to list it all, I'd take another 20 minutes of our stream. So make sure you guys tune into those. I'm pretty sure that next week we'll be back on for Delve and Dash. I know a lot of people were on hiatus during the holidays. but I'm
Yep.
pretty sure next week I think will be a full go. I think the only stream that seemed to maintain during the holidays was Insight Check. They kept
Insight
they
check.
kept us going.
We got
so.
lucky and landed on not important
Yeah,
days.
yeah,
so.
yeah. Yeah.
We will be back tomorrow.
Cool, yeah, and I think
Strahd's back too.
Strahd's back too. So we got Strahd back. That's awesome. So we're gonna get back into that, and yeah, just make sure you keep on checking. We got a Tuesday stream that's gonna be announced very soon once we get some of the technical issues settled on that end. So that's gonna be really cool as well. I got to work on the logo for it, so I'm excited about revealing that eventually.
Oh, very cool.
So it's pretty neat. So we just got to get the technical stuff situated. That's always the hardest part, is getting the tech down. Once we get the tech down and make all of our mistakes and get those out of the way, which we still make mistakes,
all the time.
Yeah, all the time. It's just something that we do.
No, I'm new to that.
It's part of our proficiency bonus motto, I think. Technical difficulties, but
it's not a mistake. You just successfully learned how to do it the wrong way.
That's it. Yep, exactly. Don't do that again. Hey, I learned something, and yet I still make those same mistakes sometimes. So awesome, guys! Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Let's give out a nat 20 before we go. What do you guys think?
Counterspell.
Oh yeah, that was so clutch. That was so clutch.
That was pretty clutch. Kloppity, Kloppity's still with us. Kloppity, do you have anybody that you would vote for a nat 20? Because I think you've been sticking around this time. I'm not sure. Is Bogsville, if you're still here, if you want to chime in the chat.
I'm going to toss one in for Ashlyn for just Wolfen says move. Okay, come here. I'll give you a hug.
Just
do what wizards do.
Just do what wizards do.
Yeah.
That's. That might be a contender for episode title. Do what wizards do.
That is a good one.
A lot of good episode titles tonight.
Oh yeah, the human cork.
Oh yeah, the human cork.
Human cork was a good idea.
Good.
The Callista Diana darkness cuddling scene was pretty good.
Because it's not a human; it was a gnome and a freaking half elf.
Yeah,
Kloppity.
I'm a real elf. I'm a wood elf.
Sorry, I keep getting you confused because you're Diana family and you're my family.
Yeah.
So you're elf, you're gnome, you're half elf. Yeah.
Molfin, it looks like Kloppity's giving you a vote for the cork.
The person cork.
Person cork.
Thank you. Much better, Kloppity.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and give Molfin the nat 20 for next week, and everybody else for awesome role play and great ideas. And just the way you guys on the fly respond to each other is just I about died when Diana was when Callista was in the darkness, and just Diana without even a hitch just responded with how she responded. I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And Lachlan, as soon as he saw the jewelry.
Jewelry, yes.
It's just hey, how many of these can I grab? I mean, that's just brilliant.
How are we gonna carry them all?
That stuff is just, oh man, this stuff is so good. So I'll give Wolfen will have the nat 20. Everybody else will have inspiration next time that we meet.
Yeah.
And until then, you know what? You're gonna need your proficiency bonus. You're also going to need darkness on the tip of a crossbow bolt. Make sure that you have that ready. And until then, make sure you add that proficiency bonus. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great night. Bye, everybody.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.